live. We live. We live.
Uh-huh.
And let the people get up in here, man.
Yes, sir.
Let's see one.
Hmm.
Come one, come all. I really don't be going live like that either.
Yeah. I know me either, man. I know I'm supposed to. I know everybody be telling me, man, my numbers will be way up more, but that just ain't really my thing like that.
Mine's either.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I be
Yeah.
I
We
be I be slacking on that.
Yeah, man, because that's like I go if it's something really like something really cracking, like something I'm at an event and like something I go something like that, like but
Right.
just to be going, like I be seeing like people be every day with it, just live. I be like,
Yeah,
wow.
I ain't even that type of people's person to do that.
Yeah, exactly. That just
What's up with
yeah.
the homie Earl Chapel Media? That's the homie from the set. He got a YouTube channel too.
All right, that's what's up. Yep.
Yeah,
Shout
man.
out
We
for
gonna
sure.
we gonna wait till it's 23 people in here, man. We gonna get the homie story. If y'all aware of who Big Blu Raggg is, if not, you will be after this. Y'all need to go tap in and support his channel. He a real one. I love the
Yes, sir.
content.
Yes,
And,
sir.
and the homie got bars. We'll get to that.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Let's
The
see. I see
OG with the
Oceanside in
bars.
here.
Hmm.
Yeah, man.
But I wouldn't be surprised of, you know what I mean, somebody might know me
Right.
from them stoops.
Yeah, probably, most definitely. I know
No,
if the
that
homie coming here, I don't think for one be on the YouTube.
oh yeah, he don't really be nah.
Yeah,
I can kind of tell he don't be really on it like that, but
right.
yeah,
I mean, he probably be watching, but I don't think he
yeah,
like
like
got
for
the
like
count.
tapped in, like
Yeah,
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 man, my
yeah. We it's 25 people. We probably could go. Yeah,
that's
easy
decent.
does it. Easy does it. Know who you is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna wait till
Yeah,
we get. We at 26. Let me get 30 people in here. I'm gonna start the
bet
conversation.
that's smooth. That's smooth for sure. Yes, sir.
You can't see his face.
You can't
He's
see
right
my
there.
face.
That's what she said. She
Yeah.
said she watched you before. Shadow Pit, what's up, homie? How you been? Look, it was at 26. It's at 24 now. I'm about to just start it.
Yeah.
All right, man. I appreciate everybody that's up in here right now. Um, yeah, Moses TV. Yup. Shout out to you too. Yeah, I got Big Blue Rag in here today, man. The individual that I'm subscribed to. I've been tapped into the content for a long time. Um, and yeah, man, we've been chopping it up this long overdue. So man, let's take them back to the beginning. Where was you born at?
I was born in St. Louis, Missouri.
St.
St.
Louis.
Louis.
That's where your parents from?
My parents, yup, that's where my parents from. Most of my family, but I got a nice little chunk of family. You know, what I mean, all around Cali. But originally, the majority of my family came from St. Louis, and I first moved to Cali when I was 5. I first came to Cali when I was 5. I was little. I've been in Cali, but I was born in St. Louis. That's the
Right.
roots. That's where the family from. Yeah. But I
So
don't know
what
nothing
what
about it. I can't really. That's how young I was to where like I don't even. You know what I mean? I be asking my family stuff. I don't even. I can't
right.
even.
You ain't
Like
even been
I
back to
ain't got
visit?
like I ain't went to no schools like none of that. I ain't got no memories out there like that. I got like in the house memories like the G moms, my grandmoms, and when she was living like I mean, I got them good memories like that. But I ain't got like no, you know what I mean. So I don't really know too much about it. But that's my roots. That's where my family from though.
Right. What made your people relocate out here?
My brother, see, like me and my brother, got different pops, and his pops and his pops was like from out here originally. So his grandma was always out here. So my brother was like always coming back and forth, growing up. He was always back and forth
Right.
already. So then, you know what I mean. Then I came, and then like my mom's had went to the army, and then once she got out the army, then it was like mom. Everybody just came west then, because everybody just started migrating the whole. You know what I mean. It was like that. It just happened like that. Like we going to Cali. Like you know what I mean. I was young, so it was like
Right.
that's all I know is Cali. Into as of just recently, you know what I mean, moving around. But yeah, but that's how that worked. Cause you know what I mean, bro was already coming out here forever. That's why I came out here so young. The first time, then we moved around, went back and forth, and then it was I was just here. You know what I mean? But yeah, we already had family here though.
All right. So when y'all moved out here, where did y'all land first?
We went to my peoples in Altadena, like the borderline of Altadena and Pasadena. I got family right there, like but it's in Altadena, but that's my cousins. We was only there for about probably like a month, living in my cousin's house. You know what I mean, and then mom's got the spot in the Wardy, sure, and it set. That was it. We went straight to the set, basically. Stayed with my peoples in
Right.
Altadena for like I said, like a month or two. And then mom's got a job in Duarte, and mom's got a little spot like in Duarte, and that was it. We was in Duarte. I was in Duarte from there
All
on
right.
out.
So I remember when I was just talking to you about the interview you did with Dusty Vision. Shout out Dusty Vision. He
Yeah,
did one of my
shout
first
out for
interviews
sure.
after Alex Alonso.
Yes,
And
sir.
you said your brother, he banged though, right?
My old brother was a Damu,
Mm.
VNG.
Oh, all
But
right.
he wasn't like heavy like him. But He, it was like his older cousin, my brother's older cousin, was like they leader. He was they general. He rested.
Mm,
You know what I mean? They general, but Butch, Buckshot Butch, OG Butch. That was they general. He was like pretty much he was like he was like the tookie to them. Like you know what I mean?
right.
And that's what my brother was under. You know what I mean? My older brother.
So,
But we got different pops, and then I wasn't even around already because like they said, I wasn't even. We 9 years apart.
oh, all
You
right.
feel me? So we
Yeah,
nine
he
years
later.
apart. I wouldn't even. I don't even. You feel me? I wouldn't even. I don't even know nothing about like when he came, he went straight to the city. He went right smack dab in the city in South Central. Right, you know what I
Right.
mean? In the straight like off Slauson in the 50s. I
Right.
came and went straight to Duarte. So that's why it happened like that. You know what I mean?
All right. And just to back up, I like to keep a timeline for people who don't know.
Okay.
Uh, what year did you get to California? What year did you get to? You said Pasadena, Altadena.
Yeah, yeah. Well, see, the first time I came, I was in LA. That was brief. That was only for like a year when I was 5. That's when I was in my brotherhood.
So is this late 70s, early
That's
80s,
80, 1980.
1980? All right.
And then mid 80s is when I moved to Duarte. Mid 80s is when, because that's when I remember I said, rewind back a little bit when I said moms was in the army and then bro was already coming out. Moms and them was already coming out here too. But and then once we got, like came out here, when I came out here the first time when I was 5, I came out here with my brother, with his grandma. But I was so bad, bro, to where like they couldn't even, they like, nah, we can't with this kid. Is you know what I mean? He too much. They sent me back. But I was out here I was going to school and everything. I was going to school in the 50s.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to school. I was living over there in V&Gs, but I didn't know that at the time. I was 5 years old. I'm talking about
Right.
kindergarten. I didn't know nothing about no gangs or nothing. I didn't even know. And it wasn't until I got older, once I started banging, once I started cripping, then my brother was like, "Woo woo." I'm like, "What?" You know what I mean? Because once he started seeing me, like, you know what I mean, blued up, walking in the house, like, and I'm like 11, 12. He like, "What you doing with that on?" I'm like, "What you talking about?"
Right.
And he bang on me. I'm like, "Huh?" Like that's how that happened. It wasn't like
Wait,
I
so
knew.
so so he moved to Doherty with you.
Yeah, but he was already. You got remember we 9 years apart. He was already grown, and then he
Yeah,
left.
but
Like
I'm saying,
soon as I'm right when I'm getting off the porches, he go to the army. He go to the army. He was gone. He was out of my. That's why he. You know what I mean? So you feel me? Oh, he wasn't even around.
But when y'all moved over there, did your hood exist?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Did he
they was
run
around.
into
They
any
existed a
type
whole
of
decade.
problems?
Huh?
Was he running into any type of
Yep.
problems?
Yep. Yep.
Oh, all right, so yeah.
But yeah. But he was the he was the aggressor in every situation.
Hey, your
He
homies
was the
told you stories
problem. He
about
wasn't the
him?
problem. The homies wasn't the problem. My brother was. My brother and my yeah. Like he was. They wasn't the problem for him.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just based on your knowledge,
Yeah, we got cold blood on, but
how
yeah,
when was your hood established based on what you've been
1970,
told?
1979.
All right.
Yeah.
1979. Um,
Yeah.
so you start going
But
to
I done seen
school
a
over
couple
there.
OG. I started when I came, as soon as I could. Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm a whole decade after that. Down there, I
Right.
started. I mean, I'm well. Look, that's what I was about to say. Some of my OGs, I done seen them back and forth argue between 75 and 79. I'm gonna say that too. I done seen like a couple of them say, "Nah, it was before '79." And seen them argue over the years, so I can't say I wasn't around. You know what I mean? I wasn't. You feel me?
Right.
But I reason I say '79 because you know when you doing your history and you growing up, you hearing you with your OGs and you like majority is going with that '79. You feel me?
Right.
That's just like
Right.
the perfect example of Crippin. A lot of me growing up, I used to hear Crippin was '68. I didn't hear
Right.
69 until way later when I went to prison. It was like, no, it was 60. And I heard OGs, no, it was 68. It's some of the OG, you know what I mean? The OG
Yeah.
East Side Crips and West Side Crips. I didn't see them
But you
debate.
know, some people memory be a little off. Like I
Yeah,
didn't
so
heard most of my homies said we started in 74, but I didn't heard some say 73. I didn't heard some say 75. The majority of the homies say 74. So I just
yeah,
run with
see.
74.
Yeah, so that's why I give it. I give it, and then so I went with the latest. I didn't even do that. I went with the latest, but I'm give it. Let's give it that 75 between 79. No
Hold
later
on.
than 70.
How do I how do I make this dude a mob? Because this dude on top of him talking about some PC. Yeah, we gonna get you out of here.
Oh man,
I'm trying to see how let me not mess up nothing. I'm trying to
yeah,
see how I can make this dude a moderator.
yeah, yeah. But yeah. So we gonna go between that 75 and 79 window. Like I said, I done seen my OGs. You know what I mean? Debate, but I can't. You know what I mean? I pretty much was off the porch immediately when I moved out there off the dribble. You know what I mean? Once I was turned right out, I ain't never seen me be like wow, like type. It was like that with me.
Hold on, I'm trying to. He said all I gotta do is I pressed on your name. It ain't doing it. It ain't doing it. It ain't the same as YouTube because it's StreamYard on YouTube. I could press on your name and make you a moderator.
Making my,
But
I'm so I don't even
if
know
I
what a
press on his
moderator is.
name, I could put him on timeout. Yeah, you said my bad. You won't say it. All right, chill out, homie.
What he,
Um,
what that was? What he was? What PC? What?
yeah, you know these cats. They start catting out. These J cats start tripping
Oh
for no reason.
yeah, saying crazy stuff. Huh? Yeah.
Right. But so what school did you attend when you got over there?
Oh, Maxwell, man, that's the you know what I mean. That's the right hard to smack dab in the set, right in the trenches. Like we move, I live right across the street. I moved right across the street. When I
Right.
moved right across the street from you know what I mean, literally like my apartments. Like walk out my gate, walk across the street, go to class. Like one street, like literally looking like literally across. You people say across the street to be kind of like cagnic, you
Right.
know what I mean, catacorn around the corner. Look, no, I mean directly across the street. So yeah, you know what I mean. I was right there. It was Maxwell Elementary. That's you
So
know what I
when
mean.
you got there, I'm quite sure you running into other little kids that already been around there and got family from there, and they already
Bro,
pushing it.
it's like I ain't never seen before. That's what yeah. They was like, I was like I couldn't. But they was like grown men to me, like the way they and they was pushing up on me, banging on me. And we like 10, 11, you know what I mean? Like sixth grade. I'm like, what? Because I was wearing a whole lot of red I ain't know. You know what I mean? I just wear a lot of red. I had like the first Jordans that ever came out. You know what I mean? The first I when them came out, I was rocking them. That's when I moved to the set, the Jordan ones came out.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
whatever year them came out,
Yeah, that about 84, 85.
okay, yeah. That's that, yeah. So bam. Cause I had the whole fit, like the whole, and they like, I mean, like they like, and they banging on me, and I don't know nothing about you know what I mean. You gotta remember, I'm coming from out of state at this time. You know what I mean. I'm a little kid, but you know what I mean. I'm coming from out of
Right.
state. I still don't know nothing. I don't know. Even my brother was trying to tell me because I used to break dance and all that when I was a kid. And I used to wear all type of rags, all type of bandanas. And I remember my brother saying, "You in
You
Cali, you
can't do
can't do
that.
that, bro." I'm like, "Huh?" I'm little though, you know. I don't know. I had every color, purple. I had every color, yellow, red. I had except pink. I ain't had no pink. You know,
Right.
that's out. That wasn't.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
yeah.
that wasn't going on. What's going on now? None of that. You wasn't. Yeah, early
Right.
'80s, '70s,
Even
none of
even
that.
when I grew up, pink was out.
Yeah, that's yeah, that was out. But yeah, but nah, but just to say, so my bro, I didn't really know. You know, you learn quick. You know what I mean? Especially, I'm a kid. I'm sucking. I'm smart too. I learned quick. I caught on quick. But it was just how the homies was like already the homies like to like. You know what I mean? They was already like they was already banged out. That just tripped to me to say like we was little kids. They was already like banged out, like smoking cigarettes, shooting dice. But I'm like, man, like we really, they was rough. Like I'm like, I was rough already though. I wasn't.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. That's the thing. Because when
That's
they
why you
push
fit
up on
in.
me,
That's why you fit
yeah,
in
they
so
I
good.
didn't know what a gang member was because I had on all red. They dissing the beat, thinking I'm a Damu. They like, you know what I mean? I'm like, huh, what's that? I don't even know what that is. But I end up getting off, like, cause I'm like, man, whatever that is, I just know I'm from St. Louis. I can fight. I ain't scary. You know what I mean? That's what I was on. I'm ready to. I was like,
Right.
man, I'm already. And then even as a kid, you know how a lot of as us being from Cali, you know how a lot of people like from out of state, Mac East, Midwest, they move and they always kind of like, man, this Cali, because how Cali look and all that.
Yeah.
I was already like that, even at that little. I was like, man, this Cali look nice. I'm coming from
Yeah.
the projects in St. Louis. I'm
Right.
from the
Right. Right.
project. You know what I mean? Seeing, I'm like, I'm really coming from where it's like gutter. Like when I move out, so I'm even that little, I'm already like, man, what? Like y'all like pretty boys to me. Y'all know about the what? You know
Right.
what I mean? So I get
Not even
off.
knowing.
Yeah, I get up, but it's just hot. But they was advanced in the form of like how I was like they was like grown men to me, bro. Like it was like I was immediately like intrigued, like off the dribble. You know, other people they got later on, years went by a couple. It wasn't like that with me. I was instantly like turned out, like wow, everything. I was just like, you know what I mean? You feel me? Yeah, like yeah, young off the dribble, like 10, 11. I was already like. And wow, that's all so and you know, like you said, they was already homies was already right there. They already born and raised, so they already got older brothers, you know what I mean, the G homies. So that's how I'm going around them. That's how I'm going around the G homies. And then my sister, 5 years older than me, she pretty, she fast, she out there. So you know the G they own her, bumper.
Right.
So that's another reason I'm around them. Cause my sister, like, where your sister at, little? You know what I mean? You know how that go. Oh yeah. So I'm around a little bit, and like, yeah, your little brother a fool. So I'm soaking up game. I'm sucked right in off the dribble. I was already the pulled right in.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was pulled just right. Yeah.
Now, I heard you say that you caught a case at like 11.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to
Yeah.
tell the people what that was about?
Uh. Yeah. Yeah. I had. Yeah. It was a temp. Yeah. It was a temp. It was a. It was some. But it was like a. It wasn't nothing, you know what I mean? It was just like somebody tried to bully me, and I went and stole the burner from my G homie.
Right.
You know what I mean? And try to do my stuff. You know what I mean? But then it got, you know what I mean? It was just like some, you know what I mean? Like some, it wasn't. It was just like some. This can't be real. This little kid ain't do this. You know what I mean? It was one of them situations like that. It wasn't like nobody pressed no
Right. Right.
charges or
Yeah.
yeah. But I was arrested, but I wasn't. You know, but like it wasn't no like super serious situation to where like it was like, but that was like the first. It was like that was like a real serious felony. That's like a real serious felony to be on my record though. Like that
Right.
young though. Like it's a trip. Like I see that right there. Like they attempted murder. Like you know what I mean. Like in 87. I'm born in. It's attempted murder 87. I'm my birthday in the summer. I'm born in 75.
Right.
So it's
Hold
you know
on,
what I
real
mean.
fast. Team Hoodie Hood. I see you. I see you found your way in here.
Yeah, made it
So
though. Yeah.
so when did you really start like getting in trouble?
Right then and
'Cause-
there. It was to me. I caught that wasn't it. I had a robber. I had a little rob. Like I was like, man, I was like, I had because Arcadia, like it's right next to us, right? And that's like super suburban, like right.
Right.
It's like the next city right over though. It's like right. It's between us and Pasadena. You know what I mean? It's the city in between. And you know what I mean? It's like a predominantly like Asian city. It's like kind of like a rich like city, like big house. You know what I mean? Like a nice rich area, rich residential area, super neighborhood watch type game. They super calling the ones on you. You know what I mean? One of them type. But so as kids, us, what our spot called the low end. That's what like what you know what I mean? Like that's like the gutter part. You know what I mean? That's where I grew up. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm telling you where we live and where the school and all that. That's the low end. All right, bam. So us coming from there, we like that's like a like going to we feel like we're going to Beverly Hills going right there, even though it's
Right.
right down the street, right down the you
Right.
know what I mean? But so we riding our bikes, or if we didn't have no bike, you know, you bad kids stealing bikes, you just being bad little ghetto kid, you know, regular little. And I was so on that man to where I think that's how really kind of like started my life of crime, bro. Looking back, because I hated walking, bro. Like so I like it started with the bikes. It was like a little kid from Arcadia. It was like a little white kid. I just like give me your bike, punk. Like socking, kicking him in the head, took his bike. That was a robbery. I had that. That was right after.
Right.
That was either right before the attempted murder or right after. I think it was before. No, that was before actually. That was actually before. That was the first one. I was on probation for that. Matter of fact, then I had like a vandalism. I went to my school, me and my bro that like my brother from another mother, my bro, like fat, the one who like I met, one of the first ones I met when I went to school, and then like really brought me around everybody and really like just showed me everything about it. Really the first one to just tell me what a crip was and tell me what this mean and
Right.
why we this and with him. Like I mean, that's bro, he like and like so he like man, he was like taking me around and like just like showing me right like just really just showing me the hood basically. Like man, we young and I'm like, wow, this is crazy. Like you know what I mean? Like after once he realized he was like, nah, you don't know what no Crips and Bloods is. I'm like, man, I'm telling you, I'm from St. Louis. They like, so he like, look, let me let you like, you know what I mean? I'm like, and we 10. I'm like, he like this nigga talking to me like, you feel me? Like he grown man, like, yeah, woo, you know, I mean, that's why we bang this. This is why we wear our rag. This, we on this. I'm like, well, I'm just like, wow, I'm like, what? Like, I ain't never heard this great, this hard. I want to be a part of this. Like, what? Like, yeah. So it was just all,
Instantly.
yeah. You already know how that go. But, that's what
Right.
I was saying. So me and him, I said all that to say me and him, I took him and we vandalized the school, bro, with the fire extension. It was just super bad, bro, with the fire extensions. Man, that was
I
another
didn't did that before.
charge I had, a vandalism. So I had the vandalism, I had the robbery for the bike with the kid, and then I had like two or three the like little shoplifting. I used to get used to be shoplifting, you know, stealing out
Right.
of the store, getting caught, you know, stealing clothes. I would be all that going in the little Mervyn's back in the day, put a whole
Right.
fit on.
Mervyn's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we used to do all that.
Yeah.
Come out that thing fresh with the whole fit, shoes
Yeah.
on. All, you know, I done got caught doing that. The alarm went off, run, security tackling. Yeah, I was all that was 11 to 12. All that was 11 and 12, bro.
And you
I
did
had
all that.
all them charges already
Yeah,
before I
that's
was
crazy. You know what's crazy
13.
though? Cause I was probably doing the
That's
same
sad.
similar type of stuff, but wasn't getting caught back to back
Yeah, I
like
was
that.
getting caught, bro. It was ugly, but I was getting away with a grip of stuff too. That's what
Right.
was crazy. But I was getting caught. I was like, wow. I was one of the ones who like it was always the one like the Doughboy, like how they was young. Doughboy went to jail on Boys in the
Yeah.
Hood.
Yeah.
That was me. I just always had to be a Doughboy. That was me. Me,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it was me and my homie Tutu. He went first. And then I had asked him, I'm talking to him. I'm like, I mean, one day, we in the crib module just to go forward real quick, just to say, because I'm like, man, you went to jail before everybody. What you had went for? And he like, man, ain't that a beat? Like, you don't remember for you. And then he reminded me, he told me or something like it was that same type. He like, remember you knocked the kid, knocked the old boy out, took his bike. I'm like, what? He had went to camp for that. And then he caught an assault in camp and went to YA. Because when he went, he was the real dope boy. Because
He
he
never
was
got
real
out.
little. And he didn't see him. He went in 87. We didn't see him. He got out 90, like 91.
And you know what's crazy? Because I know
And
a
at that
few people
young,
like
doing a
that.
stretch like that, bro, we
Yeah,
at
I
like
know a few
11,
people that
12.
went to camp, then they went to YA, then they
Yeah,
went
you
to the teens. Like, bro, where you been
never
at?
got out. Like,
Nigga
yeah,
been
that's
gone
crazy.
12 years.
Yeah, that'd be sad, bro. It was homies like that. And then them be the ones that get out. They don't even, like, a lot of the ones that did it like that. Like, a lot of homies didn't know them and they got out and it was like kind of, it was hard to like kind of adapt and all that. I
Right.
seen that. Yeah, but yeah, he had
So
did that
so
first.
so
And then it
so
was
what
me. I just started hitting the halls. Like, once I hit the halls, it was like I couldn't stay up out that joint, bro.
what was it like hitting the halls, and how many people from your section had already been through there putting it down?
Oh, it was already a nice amount. It was already,
Oh,
we
it
was
was
already,
already, yeah.
yeah. And that's why we went through because look, that's why I talk back, man. I'm like, man, I would never do that. You know what I mean? Even though I understand why they did it looking back as war tactics wise, as soldier wise, but just as like, damn, man, we was kids. But basically, I'm saying they basically bred us for that, for the halls. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, like, hey, Blue Rag, I know you're gonna be down when you go to the hall. Like, for one, how are you saying when? Not
Yeah,
if.
because they know.
Yeah, like
They
you just
know.
know I'm going. Like, for first of all, then but I'm looking back now as an adult, just now, you know what I mean, as a G, just G. But even young, I was always conscious, like, man, they just, but I was so like loped out, so just, you know what I mean, like, yeah, when I go to the halls, I'm gonna be, because they already had been through there, so they already had their war stories. The homies that was a little older,
Right.
because I was hungry with older, because I
Yeah.
was full throttle, so my crew was a little older. I was the youngest out the whole squad. So they already been to the halls, camp, and all that. They got war stories. I ain't been yet. So when I went, I couldn't wait to get right cracking. Cause I'm like, I felt like they already had a head start. I'm like, homies already got war stories and all that. I ain't got none. Like, but you
Right.
see the psychology we do, like
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to getting locked up. Basically, let's
Yeah.
get
Like
straight.
you said, they already had high expectations of you, so you wanted to fill them shoes
Yeah, so
and
they like
surpass
they
them.
know you. I'm down out here. They know you down out here, Blue. I know when you go to jail though. You know what I mean? Like, and they already pumping me up for it. So when I go to the hall, of course But why is I'm talking about why are we going to the halls anyway? Period. Like, you know
Right.
what I mean? That's crazy. I mean, but it is what it is. That's the lifestyle. I mean, that's the lifestyle nigga chose and being active.
So
And
how
that.
many how long did it take before they was like, all right, YA, it's time for you to go to
All right,
YA?
I went to camp. I went to camp. I hit the halls a few times, and then uh got like I got released to moms a couple times. Then I got like I stayed on probation. I was on probation always since that first one in '87 when I was young. So the first one I've been on probation, and then uh I did a camp turn. They was like, only reason they didn't send me to YA that time because I hadn't been to camp. They like, the only reason I don't send you to YA because I had a GTA and a GTA and sales, and I had like 4 sales already. I
Wait,
got
so
four. I
so
got
so how long was you out in between these cases? Oh, they're gonna homie rap news and street politics.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, for sure. Shout out. Hey,
Yeah,
like bro, it depends. Like month. Sometimes it'd be like 4 or 5 months.
right.
It was always months. I went out too long. It was always months,
Yeah,
bro.
so they was tired of you.
Yeah, so Ben, that's how they hit me with the Y. But by the time I went to the Y, it was all, and then it was like a crazy case. And I know, I'm pretty sure you had saw it probably on my channel when I talked about how I went to the Y. I didn't even do it. I just sat there and watched it and didn't tell. You know what I mean? I don't know if you've seen that one, but it was like,
I'm quite sure it sounds familiar, but just for the people who don't know,
yeah,
let
it
them
was.
know.
Yeah, I was going to elaborate on it anyway, but it was just it was like a smoker though, but she was like a white woman. You know what I mean? So she was a smoker, crackhead. Used to come, but she used to never had no bread, bro. Always want to come, uh, let me get a dime. Give it a dime on credit. You asking for a dime on credit, man? Get up out of here. You ain't got no bread. She was one that annoying, bro. Like, you know what I mean? She used to have a little whip, and then sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, let us use your whip. I got you. Oh no, I need my car. Yeah, you ain't trying to smoke nothing. Then you ain't got no money. You know what I mean? You ain't got nothing. Nigga, cool on some any of that other stuff. We ain't doing that. You know what I mean?
Right.
We don't want no sexual stuff. You know what I mean? If we need to whip, don't tell me you finna come down here with that. Yes. So it was like she was bummed, bro, always in the way. So I said that it was like a internal conflict within the homies, right?
Right.
Like one of the homies was like a janky homie. You know what I mean? He was like janky, real cutthroat. He was like a real Debo in the hood. You know what I mean? But he was Debo, but he was a little slicker too, because he was a Debo, like a brute like that, a bully and a Debo like that, and he was but he also was a getting some people ear and then had them doing. So he did one of them and had the homies who was like a less known homies who ain't been around as much. He had some other homies like draw down and take and carjack the homie, basically take his truck, like, and got in the I seen the whole play. I'm young, I'm like, oh, so it was a whole conflict, like we all fighting it was a whole internal, we all fighting each other amongst homies, and in the midst of all that, by the homie being so mad, by like the homie actually jacking the homie, he's like actually jacked the homie, so he hot, and we was the one who got jacked, we was sagging with him. And so the homie so hot, he like, man, the first car that come right here, like I'm finna knock him out and take that car. And it was old girl, the white crackhead. Right? It just happened to be.
It'd be like that.
It just happened to be her. I'm like, oh no. And it was like, I remember this vividly, bro, because it was just, that's crazy how this Easter just passed. It was Easter, bro, 92. And I remember that we was faded. We had went to Venice Beach. We was deep. We had went to Venice Beach deep. That's when I really realized how deep we was. I didn't really realize because I counted the cars. We was 27 cars. And it wasn't no cars, wasn't just one person in it. It wasn't one car that just had one. Everybody was at least 2 deep. It was most of us was 4 deep though. You know how it was. This 90s. It was banged out. You know what I mean? So we was 27 cars. I'm like, I didn't even know we was deep. That's kind of deep. I'm like, ooh. So we sagging, we go to Venice Beach, we do all type of stuff. But coming back, we in the set, we doing all that. That's when everybody drunk, and that's when everybody get to fighting each other, tripping, doing all the, you know what I mean? That's when all that happened, right? Man, when all that happened, bro, I'm like, that's when old girl come down there. So I'm just sitting there drunk, faded, and you know what's crazy? I was finna leave because I already was like low key on the run. I already had for just a little, being on probation. We test. As juveniles, we test. We can't smoke tree or nothing. You know how that go. We test the tree. So I had a dirty test for marijuana positive. So that's a violation for juvenile probation. They immediately finna come. I'm like, never. They call I'm at the continuation school. They like, yeah, you got a dirty test, but I ain't gonna trip. I ain't my PO time. I ain't tripping. I ain't gonna violate you. Just come down. I need you to sign some paper. Yeah, right. I'm out of here.
Hey,
I heard
they
that.
always hit you with that sign some
paper.
paper.
That old bunk. Yeah, I would. Yeah, okay. You will see. So, bam, I'm already on the run for that. So I'm finna go to Miami because my older brother living in Miami got the spot, got it popping. Wooty wooty woo. He already sent me the plane ticket and the whole nine. I'm already packed and everything. I'm literally going within hours. Remember I said it's like 1 a.m. and I'm leaving like 9. My plane leaving like 9. And when they doing this, and that's when the homie just did what he said, stuck to his word, and straight got off on old girl. He didn't even try to just like take her. He just got off. Boom, like oh. And then she like, oh, and she was trying to fight for dear life. And so like it went bad for her, bro. You know what I mean? I'm just sitting there watching. You know what I mean? When the homies do that. And I'm in the interview. Yeah. And yeah, so when they do that, it's like I'm like, oh, I'm just watching. And then my bro tell me, like, my dumb ass, this is where I go wrong. After everything was done, said and done, you know what I mean? She ended up getting her feet whooped, whoop, right? Rob for it. But this is what I do, stupid. Get in the car with him. You know what I mean? Because remember I said that's who I was with before the homie got jacked for his truck.
Right.
This is my squad that I was with. That's why it was. That's why we was all. It was a whole. You know what I mean? It was a whole big old thing. That's why we was tripping like we was, cause and they was my ride. I'm like, hold on, I'm finna get up out. I'm sagging with the homie. He finna take me to the airport. I'm finna get up out of here. I'm like, this who got Jack for his car. So that's why I got in the car in the G ride with him. But we get blurred, and I'm the one to go to jail. None of them went to jail. I ain't do nothing, bro. You know what I mean? They told me like, yeah, just you only 16. They were adults. They like you only 16. Just tell her we who did all that. You know, man, I'm like that's out. And I went for that. I did 3 years up in there for that because every time because it didn't look like that. They didn't look at it like it was a smoke. It just looked on paper like it was just a white woman. And they put it. You know, the police wrote it up to where like she was just randomly. How's you 1 a.m. riding through the set? Why for one, ain't no white people around here at all. Not one white person lived here at the time. It
They
might
knew
be
what it
kind of
was.
gentrified
Like,
a little bit now, but we're talking 1992. It was not one Caucasian around there. So why are you 1
right.
a.m. for one over there in a gang infested, drug infested area? Come on, bro. Like, but it said she was just randomly driving there and they just carjacked her, beat her brutally. 12, like 12 to 13 gang members, you know what I mean? It was one homie, you know what I mean? But he was, even though he was out of pocket, he whooped her feet. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? You know how it was back then with the homies, bro. Like with them, you know what I mean? With them cockazoids, they did, you know, they was brutal. You know how they was getting out
Yeah.
that prison. You know how the homies was getting out them pens. They wasn't. It was like it was fair game. You know what I mean? With
Right.
the, yeah, that's how that was. But so bam. But when you're looking at it on paper and you going to board and
Yeah.
YA to
It
be
looked bad.
released, it's like you and your gang member. But when I'm going up in the commissioner, you know what I mean, to the white man commissioner up in there, he's like, you and your gang members want to jump on some random innocent Caucasian lady just riding through the neighborhood and beat her to a pulp. And I mean, and I know I ain't touched this lady. I mean, but what could I say? I gotta just sit there and leave. No, you ain't. Bam, 6 more months to think about it. I'm like, wow, this how I'm getting gunned down at my parole hearings, bro. I'm like, wow. And then so I'm like, damn, homies ain't write a nigga a letter, send me no
Nothing.
flicks, none of that. You know what I mean? Even though I did what I'm supposed to do, I'm supposed to keep it stitched and not tell, but still, nigga, I'm
Right.
keeping it G all the way through. I'm in here rushing enemies. I'm in here doing my, you know what I mean? Like, can I get some type of love? Yeah, none of that. It was
Right.
nothing. When
So
it was so bad to when I got out and I brought it up, they didn't even. They like, huh? What happened? Nigga, that 3 years I just did. What?
they
Like when?
thought you went
Oh
for
yeah,
something
oh
else.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So you already know. I ain't. Yeah, I was tripping. Yeah,
Hey, niggas ain't shit. Hey,
yeah,
so
at all.
so how was that hitting YA for the first time? Like, what? I know that was a whole different experience.
Oh man, that was. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know, but other people. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't putting no extras on it or nothing. I hit it like you would think I've been there a few times already. The way I came, bro, I came as the bully. I didn't come no other way. I
Right.
came tripping. I came tripping. I came rush the biggest enemy I had. I can rush all the biggest, toughest. Yeah, I was on that. I was off the dribble tripping. As soon as I hit the halls, I was tripping off the dribble. Like I said, because I had older homies already pumping my head up. So I was rushing everything. Everything that was every PDL I was rushing off there, and they was ridiculously deep in there. So you see them everywhere. So I was fighting all the time. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna see it ain't nowhere I went where I didn't see nobody from PDL. So that
Now,
was fight. It was fight.
now, is it mainly PDO or is it Denver Lanes in general?
Period. It was period. It didn't even matter to me. It didn't even matter. It didn't even matter. I heard. So I seen somebody said they was from Gardena DL before. I rushed in. I ain't never even heard of that. I'm like, nigga, I heard DL. That was a what?
He got whooped for no reason. Huh?
Yeah, it was like a white boy too. Y'all, he probably made that shit. He had it tatted though. GDL. I'm like, what's that? He was a white boy in the halls. In the halls, you know, nigga coming back from court, getting surgery.
Right.
You see the shirt. You know, nigga young back then. Ain't a lot of niggas tats. So tats really stood out back then. Niggas young,
Right.
15, 16, like, GDL. Where you from? Gardena, Denver Lane. Bing, 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 bing. Immediately whooped his feet. Hey, I ain't know. He folded all that. They ain't never seen him. And then a few of my homies had the same story. They like, oh yeah, I served him too. Like, oh yeah, the white boy, I served him, but he was the only one. I ain't never seen him.
So a few of your homies got on him. So he
The
was serious
same
about
one,
that.
yeah. And
Oh
they was all
yeah,
my crew. The same homies, my original homies who I said when I first went to school and met, who turned me out to them homies, my day
right,
ones, like for real, who turned me out to the set. Them niggas, they had the same story. They like, oh yeah, I rushed. You know, you be telling your war story. Oh, I rushed too. Hell yeah.
right.
Oh, y'all heard about that? Yeah, we all got them. The same food. I ain't never heard nothing else about them. Them probably will come up on one of them on one of these hood vlogs where they be saying gangs in LA that you didn't never heard about. I could see
Yeah.
them
Oh,
popping up.
you talking about my boy S. Wiggins?
Yeah, that's Wiggins how you be doing them. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I be
Forgotten
like, yeah.
Hoods.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
be knowing
yeah,
about
yeah.
all them too. I be laughing, but I know a lot of people, you know what I mean, are out of state and around the world. I know
Yeah,
they
they
don't be
don't
knowing
know.
about it, so that'd be cool. I'll be like, yeah, that's hard. I like how you do that.
Nah, he definitely be having the info when it come to stuff
Yeah, oh
like
yeah, he
that.
be on point. He be on point, giving out good history. Yeah, he on
Right.
point. Yeah, nothing biased, nothing there. Yeah, it's channel. Yeah, it's channel proper.
Uh,
Yeah, sure.
so at this time when you hit YA, is y'all already beefing with the Doherty 13s and the Monrovias, or did that
Not
come later?
nowhere near not the Monroe. We was super cool with them, but yeah, we was already that was like my beef. So we was already it just had started. It was just starting with the Duartes.
So it started like 92.
It started like 91, 90, 90, 90, like late 90. It started 90. But 92 was when
what
I
was
went
that
in.
about?
Well, it was different situations, right? You know what I mean? But my situation where it started with me, it was really simple. I would just be walking to school all the time, and they kept packing me out. They was like, I don't know why, bro. We weren't even beefing. Like, we was cool. So that's what was crazy. And they was grown men. You know what I mean? It was like, damn, I'm like, they just bang on like it started one. I'm walking to school. I'm just sagging to school. They push out. They grown. They bang on me like east side to what? But we was cool back then. So it wasn't. I'm like west side do right. I'm gonna bang my shit. We still finna. I'm gonna bang my gang. You know what I mean? They immediately
Right.
like the fuck bounce out on me like packing nigga out. But I do my shit. We on
Right.
grown men. I still do my shit. Boom, bam, boom, serving them. So they run back to the I'm serving them. I'm like, I even surprised myself. I'm like, oh, it was decent, right? So when they run, I'm thinking, oh, they finna go get blammered, right? I think they finna for sure get hammered, right? They go get one get like a beer bottle. One had like a bat, and one had something there. They all had something. It was like but it wasn't no pistol or nothing, right? So it was funny. But still, just being them grown men and y'all got wet, already did my shit. So that I like run up in that little 7-Eleven. I'm like, oh yeah, y'all got weapons, 3 deep. Stop it. I already did my shit on y'all anyway, right?
Right.
Oh, they didn't even hit me. I didn't even have a touch. They didn't even touch me. I did my shit. Dropped all of them. I did my shit. I was like, that. And one of my older
Hey,
homies was
real
pushing
fast,
by. I'm like, nigga, look at these niggas.
real fast. Tobias Shakur
Like,
said it already came up. He said it already came up on Wiggins TV the other day. Gardena Lanes.
see what I'm saying? I didn't even know. See, that's crazy. See, damn, that's crazy. So I guess old boy didn't make that up. Old boy that we run the white boy that we
So he got
run.
whooped
He
for a
might,
reason.
he might was a real one. He might, yeah, he got the three
Hey,
piece.
so do you think, because you said y'all was cool and then they just start switching up, do you think that was
I
some
don't know
orders
what
that
that, but
came
you know
down?
it be. But look, and also how it be like it be little shit be happening. You know, motherfuckers already was cool, grew up, and it was the homies. It was good, but I like it was a couple little shit. I guess the older homies had other little shit. You know what I mean? Probably I don't know, but it was like other little situations. It wasn't just my situation, but my situation is like how I got strenuous like that because one of the homies it ended up going, you know what I mean, to some. That's how it elevated to when it elevated to gunplay. It ended up from elevating from that story. Like I was just talking about when they started packing me out and all that shit, and then one of the homies ended up getting hit. That was with me. That came to help me one time when they was packing the nigga out. And even that time, I was doing my shit. They had to pull the knife on the nigga and all that. And then the homie came to my event. The homies who were like 2-3 years older than me, they like, get off the young homie. You know what I'm saying? Came to my rescue. Like, even though I was already doing my thing, like, gave my props. Like, damn, Blu Raggg, you was doing your shit, young nigga. Like, damn, you got squabble. But they came to still help. You already know. You see your young homie get fighting. You know what I mean? 2 more, 3 more. You like, what the fuck? They gonna come. You know what I mean? So they did their shit. Even one of the homies went to jail that day. And then about 3 days later, the homie got popped, got shot in the head.
And that
So
for sure.
it was up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was up. You already know. It was up. So it been up since. It ain't
Right.
That was like 91. Like that was like I'm saying, that was like early 91. Hit him in the, you know what I mean? That was a whole it was ugly.
So when you hit YA, you squabbling them too, huh?
Yeah, I'm whooping they feet. It wasn't that many of them. It was only like 3 of them. And I got them in the cell too. It was good ones. Got them get in here in the room. Yeah, it wasn't even on the yard, just quick, boom, bang, bang. Nah, it was in the no, get up. Oh, I'm feeding me. Nah, get up. Boom, bang, bang. Nah, it's
Right.
Yeah, all that was going on.
So where'd you hit after that? Like, cause you I know you went
SR.
to SR and then what?
And then I went to NR. Why
they
I
sent
don't
you up
know.
there?
Yeah, I don't know why they did that, bro. Me and my boy from 18th Street, he was my celly when we got up there. Cause you know how YA integrated, racially integrated. I had a celly from Logan. I had a couple cellies from Logan. My boy DA, last name was Diego from Logan.
You say it's from Logan?
Yeah. He was like that little shot caller in what that was, Paso. But hold on, I'm gonna get to that. But he was, I was dangerous, bro. I'm telling you. I used to bully him, all that, everybody. I bully him, make him break all their rules. Everything they said they couldn't do, I made him do. They shot called. Yeah, we can't eat with blacks. We spread, nigga. You got me fucked up. Nigga, you got me fucked up. Nigga, yeah, but here, old nigga, get up and let's fight. Nigga, yeah, what? Which one, nigga? Fuck about
you
none
was
of that. I don't
tripping.
give a fuck about, you run this yard, nigga. We in the cell together.
You gonna eat with me, yeah.
Yeah, nigga, we finna eat together. You finna walk. Barefooted on because it was like once a black walk on the floor, you can't never, nigga, take your shoes off and walk on the floor barefooted, nigga. I made nigga break all his rules. Nigga, I was an asshole. I'm saying I was different. Yeah, but
that's crazy.
I went to NR. I don't know why they sent us to NR. They sent me and my boy from 18. It was just me and him. We went up on a bus and no, matter of fact, it was a homie from somebody from First Street East Coast. He had already been up there because he was going back. He was coming back from like court because he was lacing me. He was like, "You ever been to YA?" I'm like, "Nah, this is my friend." He's like, "Oh yeah, let me tell you about the politics up here." That's when he started telling me about the C-14 and all. I'm like, "What the fuck?" That's when that was fresh because that's what I mean. That was like fresh at the time, right. But it was like I said, "Huh?" And he broke it down to me. I'm like,
"Hey, you ever seen you know who Sibo is, right?
Yeah, of course.
The rapper.
Yeah.
Sibo did an interview and he said that he was one of the ones who started that.
That's the first time I ever heard that. I don't know, bro. I don't know, but I can't say
because I think he was in YA like a few years before you.
I was just about to say that he was in the exact spot. He was barely not even 1 year. He was leaked. Yeah. He had just left when I got there.
I think he got out like in 91.
Paso.
Yeah, I think he got out like in 91. Based on the interview.
Yeah, and I got there in 92. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, hell yeah. I got there, yeah. And for sure. Yeah, everybody was talking about him still when I first got there. Him and J.O. in Paso.
Yep, J.O. got out like 91.
About him and Bullet. And they both had just got out, and both of them got out and dropped shit immediately. So it was like, ooh, that's what really had me. That's part of it really had me on my shit. Why he writing like, damn, nigga J.O. and Bo. I'm like, damn, niggas getting out of why? Like, just niggas. That's what you feel me? Yeah, for real. That was hard.
That motivation right there.
Just left. Yeah. J.O.'s I think a little bit before Bo though. J.O. got like a 4. His number, I remember he said on one of them songs. This YA number was like 47 or some 46 or something. I want to say like 6. This is why it was like the hood number, shit like the street number, like 47 or something. I want to say some shit like that. So, cause I'm a 6'5". I'm 6'5". That's nothing. I'm my shit. I still remember my YA number. That's crazy. 65078.
Yeah, you don't forget them numbers, man.
Yeah, nigga don't. Yeah, every number. That's man. Yeah, Yeah, but
so
I went to NR and then I went to Preston, bro. I went to Preston.
So how was NR? Obviously, you going up there. it's a
Oh
little
yeah, it was
different.
just
It's
it
different
was a
games
trip because
now.
that's why I was saying because I was telling my celly from 18. I'm like nigga, we Blue Rags. I knew they were blue. You know what I mean? I'm like nigga, we were Blue Rag. We from the south. I know you from like the halls and all that. I know you. I don't know what they got going. I'm like I'm finna sag with you. And that's when Cuff from East Coast telling me like nah, cause you can't do that. And I'm like what the fuck? I'm like, how I'm gonna go? I'm like, Cuff from LA. I ain't finna go against them. I don't know them way up there. I'm gonna rock with Cuz. They like, nah,
Right.
you. So he telling me the politics. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. That's why I was like, huh? I'm like,
So
they red
that's like
rags. How we C14? I'm like, what the fuck?
that's
He like, but when they break it down, it do make sense though. He's like,
right.
'cause, you know what I mean, I was like, yeah, but far as Sebo, now I don't know. It could be. He was for sure there, and if he didn't, he probably was one of them though. You know what I mean? He probably was. I don't know if he just say he started it though. I ain't never heard nobody else say that. I don't really never ever heard nobody say who started it. Actually, that's crazy. C14. I don't even. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
a trip. But I know it was fully
you
in
said
effect.
they
But look, that didn't
established
matter
it.
because when I got to Preston, that was my first fade. Was a North End.
Yeah.
Whooped his feet, and he was like a Peister, but was a North End. And that's when the Bulldogs was North Ends. He was from
Mm,
Bulldogs though. That's when they was.
mm.
Yeah, they was full. Yeah, they was full fledged North End then.
I
Before
know
they
that was
went.
a culture shock to you hearing all this other stuff that you like, man, what is this?
Yeah,
Like
this nigga,
now,
this was the all you know. I whooped him ferociously because that nigga this spit on me, said fuck my mama, and called me a mayate, nigga, and kicked the nigga in the shin with them hard with his boot. All
yeah.
that one, it was like a back to boom, bang, boom, like he just like he anticipated, like he couldn't wait to do that. I was like,
And that was
what?
probably his go-to move. He probably did that to somebody
Yeah,
before you.
he could. Oh, I went crazy on him. That was my first phase. As soon as I got the wire, that was like I was there about probably 5 days. And I don't even know he didn't know English that good. And I don't know what else. I you know tell you know niggas young nigga probably was clowning him or something. You know, telling what I
Right. You
was. You know what
probably
I mean?
said something.
Yeah. And he got mad and he just went full throttle on me. I'm like, what? Went crazy on him. Went straight to the box immediately. I just went straight to the box. That was the worst box I went to ever. Whole I ever been to. I feel that Tamrack in Preston, boy. That Tamrack in Preston. I feel like that movie. You ain't been in a while, huh?
Nah.
You know that movie, Bad Boy. You probably ain't never seen. It's a movie, not Bad Boys from Martin them. It's another movie, original Bad Boys, like where they was in prison. Some young niggas like in prison, young niggas.
Nah, I ain't never
It's a
heard about
cold movie with Sean Penn. They be fighting and all type of shit. Yeah, and it's like that's Preston, cuz that shit cold, bro. That shit cold. Yeah, that's that hole, that's they filmed that right there though. But that shit
it.
crazy. And I was to be looking at that shit as a kid, like, damn, I hope I never go there and I end up going there. That was the craziest shit. And it was the worst, bro. Like going to that, like that's when one of them I had told one of them stories too on my channel where I was like, when the first time I actually went to the halls and went to the box, when I had got down with my boy Bogart, he from Squiggity now, but he was from PDL back then, way back then. He been from Squiggly forever though. He a G from Squiggly, but it was like way when we was kids though. But and he was a little bigger than me, a little more advanced than me, and a little bit more. And I was telling about how he got off on me and the homie from A-Trade at the same time. He wasn't even looking at me. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't even. He was a little old, like I was like 13, 14, and he was like 16, and so. And the homie from A-Trade was like 16 and taller, so he was more focused on him. He looking at me like, you a little kid. Like he wasn't even, he get off on the homie from A-Trade with the jab and hit me with the right without even looking at me. So cold, dropped the homie from A-Trade, and now I rush him. But I run, he got my eye watering. You know what I mean? Gave me a cool one to the eye. Bang, bang me to the eye. I rush him, we locking. But I had to, like I told the story, I said in terms of hits, I hit him more, but in terms of power, oh no, he was serving my shit.
That happened to
Yeah,
me before.
he was banging me. Yeah, he
He
already had
tagged
been in
me.
camp and lifting weights.
I done threw 10, 15 punches, landed all of them. He didn't hit me with like four or
But he didn't hit
five,
me
but
with
they
yeah,
stung.
like exactly. It was like this. My little shit was bing, 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 bing. He
Yeah.
boom, bam. It was them. And I ain't gonna lie. He wanted it. I kind of like took some of that, like he wanted the niggas I kind of got that from. Like Oh no, I know how I'm finna control the fight. I see what it is. Yeah, nah, nigga, nah, nigga gotta really, put them powerhouse. Nah, fuck all that just swinging. Yeah, you gotta make them count. Then he one of the first niggas that really taught me that. Like, you know what I
Right.
mean? Besides, of course, my brother, that's who originally taught me how to squat, big bro. But I'm saying, just to be like a nigga, like, you know what I mean, I'm talking about squabbling niggas and shit, running into the ops and getting squabbles, like, ooh, that nigga had a cool one. You be thinking back, you be like, ooh, that nigga did this, like, ooh, that nigga was cold. That nigga implicate some of that shit in your squabble. It's just gonna happen natural because you like, ooh, I like how that, and I done did niggas just how he did me. I done did 3 or 4 people like that over the years. Not even, and why I'm motherfucker think they finna pack me out and I bam, ain't even look. You know what I mean? Because that was just the
Right.
coldest thing to me, man. That was like some Muhammad Ali type shit to me. I was like, damn, that nigga hit me without even looking at me, bro. And hit the drop the homie too. If he would have dropped both of us, it really would have been just epic. If he would have put both of us down, because that's how I did. But I'm like, bro, but he did his shit. So that's my boy to this day. You know what I mean? We solid. You know what I mean? But I was saying all that to say, yeah. So you know what I mean? You come across different. Like, man, it'd be like I was already ready for the, you know what I mean, for all the you know what I mean, because I
There go
was
the
already
homie
going
right
through
there.
niggas like that.
You be watching the homie channel, Inglewood Legends.
Nah,
You got to
Inglewood
check his
Legend.
channel out.
All right, I don't even think I subscribed. Yeah, I know I had to see some, but I'm just like far. I couldn't. I ain't subscribed. I'm gonna go check him out for sure. I'm sure I seen that. I might have seen that and thought it was just the name of just like the caption, but I didn't know that was
Nah, that's
that's
the
the actual
channel.
name of the channel, Inglewood Legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna check him out for sure. That's
Yeah.
what's up.
So you went to YTS, right?
No, I went to Preston, Paso, and Ventura. When it was
Oh,
time for
okay.
me to
I
go to
think I
Viet, I
think
went to Ventura with the business.
I think yeah, I heard about it. I think
You had to have a
the
certain
hump the
grade
hump
point average. I forgot what it was. To be able to go to Ventura. I remember that was part of to Dodge TS. Once you turn,
right.
like, you know what I mean, when niggas like 18, I was in Paso. I tore Paso up too.
Yeah, the homie, he from Waterfront.
Uh-huh.
He
Who?
wrote a book too.
Oh
He
yeah,
said
well,
he
I'm
put
in
you
there.
in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now look, yeah, because that's how Dusty Vision got up on me.
Oh, from him?
From him, yeah, when he did his interview about his book and he was telling that story. That was, but when we talking about Black Blood, that's when I said, whenever I said I went and rushed the biggest blood, the biggest, that's who it was. That's what we talking about. Black Blood, the biggest. Well,
Hey.
he wasn't the biggest blood. He was the biggest nigga. Period in there.
Oh, he said the homie said he was in Ventura in 94, 95.
Who? Me?
Nah, the
Yeah, I was
homie
there then.
Inglewood,
That's when I was.
the
Who
homie
saying that?
Inglewood Legends.
Where you from?
He from Legends in Inglewood.
Oh, Inglewood. Oh, I do be seeing this. Yeah, I'm tripping. I'm dumb. I don't know what I was saying. I'm tripping. Yeah. He was there.
Yeah, he said he was there in 94, 95 in Ventura.
Where unit? Where unit he was on? See,
I'm quite sure he gonna say it at the bottom. I'm quite sure he gonna
that's
let you
when I
know.
was there. I was there in the whole '94. I paroled in November '94, but I was there the whole '94. I came like January '94, and I left in
He said
November.
unit CDC.
Man, that's where I was at, man. Don't I don't know. They'll let me find out. I know they ain't who I think it is. He was there with me. He might was there with me for a little bit of time. Hey, if that ain't, hey man, I don't know. What CDC? It was somebody I think there that was came of legends. He been from a gang of hoods though. At that time, that's the only thing I might be wrong. But that's what I'm saying. I don't know who he told. Who he CDC? I was in CDC. That's the college dorm.
Mm.
I don't know. How he can't. He know who I am then.
He
If
said,
he
"Nah, that ain't me." I'm trying to
Oh,
see.
that's good. But he got to know who I am in CDC. I was there in '94
Oh
CDC.
shit! I don't even know how I pushed that.
Push what?
Whatever this is, this say
It
new
was
streaming
somebody.
or
What they
He
calling?
says
Hold on.
he said
Is he a
CDC was a
MD?
drug program.
A drug program?
He said CDC was the drug program. I'm trying to move this share referral link out the way. I accidentally
What's the
clicked on it.
college? That's a drug program. Drug program. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I guess. I was there. I was on that motherfucker. Yeah, yeah, it is. Yeah, I was there, bro. I was on that motherfucker. For sure. I'm trying to think, man. Who? I'm thinking in the what's the name? Oh, but it was from Legend. Man, I don't know how it couldn't have been. He couldn't have been in the building with me, and then I couldn't have been there. I was, yeah, I was, yeah. You cannot not know me and be there with me. I was outstanding.
So you got out in 90, 95,
94,
94.
November, November.
All right.
Yeah.
So at how long was you out? Because I know around this time you end up getting shot by the police, right?
That was 95. That was February 27th, 95. That was
All
basically
right. Can,
4 months
can you
after. And
can
look, and
you
speaking of Ventura, they had a memorial service for me in there. So if he was there, he should have known that. I flatlined, bro. Everybody know me as died. I got some of my homegirls that got my name tatted on them, RP type shit.
Oh, you
Everybody in
said
Ventura would
they
talk
had a
about it.
memorial service for you?
Yeah, everybody. When I first started doing my channel, when I started telling the stories on my channel, they said that ain't the Blue Rag I know, because the Blue Rag I know in YA, you know what I mean? He was like a Samoan looking big. He was one of the biggest niggas in YA, and he got out and got killed by the police. And we had a memorial service for him up there. It was niggas on my channel saying that. I'm like, bro, that's me. They like, never, you ain't alive. I'm like, that's me, nigga. Why you think the whole gangster Jesus world that come from all this old resurrected as God's greatest gift, this rag film shit? That's what all that's about. Resurrected as God's
Yeah,
greatest gift.
yeah, yeah.
Focus on
Oh,
uniting niggas day. All this
we
deep shit I be on. I don't just be. I don't just be.
we gonna get to Rag Fam. We gonna get to that.
Yeah, yeah. But so yeah, bro, like I don't know how you don't know that. Yeah, they had a real memorial service in the auditorium about me. Like, man, the kid, dude, yeah, that dude, because it was like that big. Like, dude got out and got, because he kept saying, I ain't coming back. I'm holding court in the streets. They're gonna have to kill me. I was in YA saying that.
You
And they
see what
like,
he
oh, you
you
tripping.
see what he said? He said Tiny Slim from 11 Deuce Hoover, Ace from 10 Line, Baby Bad Luck from Legend Crip, Sea Dog from Farm Dog, Headache from PDL. Can't really remember. All them people was there when he was there.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember all them. That's crazy. I remember all them. That's crazy. But yeah, everybody he named, I remember. I was there with, but yeah, oh yeah, it was some more. Your homie Cripstick. I mean, not Crip. No, I'm tripping. I told you Cripstick was my celly already. That was in what's the name? That my
That was in
battery.
the pen.
No, your homie. What's the homie? I said. The one his brother from East Dago Mob. What's his name? They mixed.
Oh, it was either Lil Pimp or T Nut.
Lil Pimp, yeah. T Nut, the one from East Dago Mob, right? They was both there.
Yeah, yeah, they both is.
They
Yeah.
was both there. They was in that bit. Was it? Do we know them? They was in that building.
I don't know
Was
if
he
he
in the
do,
building
but
with
I
Acid?
know
Yeah, they
both
was
of
in
them.
there. They was
Yeah.
and T Nut was there for a long time. They was
Man,
both in
they
there.
was damn. That's
Him and his
crazy.
brother was there.
They was there together.
They was there together for a little minute. They was together. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. For sure. That's where I know them niggas from. That's why I was there with them. That's the only, hell yeah, they was together. Because that's the only spot I've been with them. And I was there with both of them. And they was both in that motherfucker. Man, hell yeah. And I want to say, but they wasn't even, yeah, it was, I want to, oh yeah, Lil Pimp was in the cell with, somebody from, what is it, Sally from Compton? No, from Harlem. It was like one of the components from Harlem. Was Lil P up, and I forgot who.
Oh, they
It
couldn't
was
be
a few.
Shelly.
You had a few. Yeah, I trip off that. I don't think you couldn't. No, you couldn't with your bro. Yeah, because me and my bro. Yeah, no, you couldn't. Yeah, I just remember that. Yeah, I had to think like, damn, why they wasn't selling? You couldn't. That was crazy. That was the weird. Like, damn, we can be Shelly's with another race and can't be with our own family. Y'all
Oh, he
tweaking.
said he trying to hit the link. Hold on, let me see if I can add you.
Yeah, man, it was a dude that was in the reception. What's the reception? The CL. The reception is CLC.
I think I would have had to send the
Yeah,
link to
CLC
your.
and CDC. CLC, he said the drug program. CLC is the college program.
Hey, you know what? We gonna do
That's why
another
I was
one.
at CLC, bro. I think I was on CLC.
Oh, he said
CDC, right
CL.
across from CDC.
Uh,
But
yeah, nah. Me and you. I'm gonna bring you on a different one. I'm gonna finish this with him because this
oh, you
his.
telling him? Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
He said Tank from '60s, Crip Crazy from
yeah. I remember all them.
'40s. I think.
Yeah, I remember all them
I
too.
can't really tell because that thing is in the way. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, y'all was there at the same time.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was there. Yeah, I was there with Goldie and G Mike from Brim, the niggas that was on America's Most Wanted and all that. This shit. I was in there with them niggas. Yeah, the nigga Trigger and G Mike from Brim. I was on the unit with
Oh, he
with him.
said baby Booyah from '40s from
Yeah,
Dago.
Booyah, big ass from your hood.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
his
don't
big
know.
ass was there. I was just about to tell you that. I was just about to bring it. I was in SR with Booyah too. That was a big old nigga too, boy. That nigga was a beast.
It sound
Yeah.
like y'all was in there.
Yeah,
Oh,
for sure he was. Everybody he naming, we was all. I was there the whole '94. I don't know how you didn't remember the shit about me get out when them having a whole. But he didn't know me like that. So, but still, that was like a gang of people told me that, even essays and everything. Like, damn, bro, we really had a memorial. I'm like, damn, I ain't know nigga was that popular. Like, I'm like, damn, y'all, that's crazy. All right, that's what I felt the love when they told me that. Though, I'm like, damn, if a nigga was dead, at least a nigga had some. Damn,
so
all right.
so what was the events? What happened with that? With you getting shot by the police?
Oh, I was wet. I was off that loop, nigga. Nigga was wet. You know what I mean? That was the wet days. Niggas was getting wet, smoking that Sherm and shit. I was at my spot. I had this, you know what I mean? I had a spot. I had popping a little trap house in the set, and had that motherfucker hot as fish grease. There was a lot of shit going on, so motherfuckers used to be calling the police and shit like that. And they want the shit one time, and when they had came, I was already wet and tripping, already had my blower in my hand, and they was already threatening me, already coming by days before, threatening me, telling me they was going, because they was saying I had too much influence at it. I don't know what I wasn't doing much as they thought for. I look at back, man, I still think to this day, I wasn't never doing this. I think they blew me out of proportion. The sheriff I'm talking about. And I think that's become from people snitching on a nigga. And I think when people be snitching, I think they even be putting extras on a nigga. So then the police put extras on the nigga, and then especially when the nigga like, uh, that was even before I wasn't even rapping back then though. Then they was still on me like that. I was about to say because the nigga be rap, I wasn't rapping like that back then. You know what I mean? I used to be like freestyling at house parties and shit like that in the set, but I wasn't really rapping like that. But it's just like, bro, like I used to trip out like the way they was on me. You would think like I was on the run for some bodies or something. I was on the remember I told you I was just on the run for a fucking dirty test, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For marijuana, nigga. Yeah, smoking weed, nigga.
But
But
you know
like you
how
would
it
think.
is. You said it when they feel like you an influential person or you
And then
somebody
especially I
who.
was young. I was 19 at the time. 19 just turning 20. You know what I mean? That's like how you this young having that influence around here like that. You know what I mean? So that do be like, yeah, when they keep hearing your name, this youngster, even because the sheriffs literally pulled up on me asking me where Blue Rag at, bro. That's when I knew it was real. And before I can even say anything, he said, and don't tell me you don't know him because everybody fucking know him. I'm like,
And
what? And he tell me
he
this.
didn't know it was you.
Nah. So when he like, matter of fact, what they call you, I just immediately say some bullshit name. D Capone. We don't got no homie name, no shit like that. I say some shit I knew we didn't have. I just made up some quick shit because I knew I couldn't be like, I ain't nobody on bang. Like, man, come on, stop it. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's 1 in the morning. You and this, he tell me like, yeah, tell your homie Blue Rag,
And you
I'm
was
knock
probably
him down.
dressed like a member.
Yeah, I'm fully banged out and I'm blacked up. And my what's crazy? Yeah, it was crazy, bro. It was crazy. It was crazy. But yeah, he told me, tell your homie Blue Rag I'm gonna knock him down. Nigga tell me that. He like, I'm like, damn, man, I'm like, damn, what you on a homie like that for? Damn. He like, yeah, man, he doing too much around here. And that fool pushed off. And that's one of the fools that shot me like 2 days later. I'm like, damn, he didn't even know he was talking to me. But that's how, so I'm like, damn, my shit was ringing like that to where like, you don't even know it's me. You know and look, I swear, the same police, bro, the same deputy, he already had choked me out like I'm making a fade. Like I'm serving a smoker. And they literally pull up when I'm serving. And so I throw the dope in my mouth and he choked me trying to get me to spit the dope up. And I swallowed the dope. I'm geeked up off the dope and all that all night, all type of shit. My OG homie, my OG smoking homie, he laughing at me like, nigga, here, just drink a beer, nigga. You'll calm down. I'm geeked up, looking out the window. I'm like, nigga, I swallowed 2 dubs, nigga. I'm geeked.
Oh,
2
hey man,
dubs out the plastic.
that could have went all bad.
No plastic, just straight rocks too. You know what I mean? And he choked me out. The same thing, the same sheriff dude I'm talking about. He choked me out, but he still didn't know I was Blu Ragg. And then he ended up seeing me later and telling me this, tell your homie Blu Ragg. This was after he choked me out. And then shot me 2 days later.
Oh yeah, he was on one.
On one. Nigga, he came from Compton. Nigga, that's one thing about us, bro. Like they was calling us like they in the papers and everything at that time. They was like most notorious street gang in the San Gabriel Valley. Cause nigga, we got in our hood, we had patrolling. We be having Compton sheriffs, Linwood sheriffs, Lenox sheriffs. Even though we in the San Gabriel Valley, even though my hood is George sheriffs is Temple City division. It don't just be Temple Street. They get help from all the other sheriffs and police and all that in my hood, bro. You know what I mean? They ain't just getting the vet because they like y'all. They telling us, the police telling us, they used to be telling us like, dog, y'all cripping too hard to be in the valley, to be in DeWardy and shit like that. Like, what the fuck? Y'all cripping like y'all in South Central or something, in Compton or something. Y'all can't be doing that out here, like type shit. So they was on us, bro.
Y'all terrorizing.
Yeah, this ain't the place to be doing. Like, nigga, this only 30 minutes away. I like this is, you know what I mean? Like, but you know, it's the valley though, so it's like, you know what I mean? But yeah, but it's just crazy, bro. Like they was really on us, and then by me being one of, you know what I mean, being like, I guess like at that time, like the young up and coming, you know what I mean, they know the G homies who was already terrorizing, who was already like, you know what I mean, generals around there pressing a line and shit like that. They already had, but then it was like me. I guess I don't know. I guess it was a new name they was hearing probably like Blu Ragg. You know what I mean? Wow. That's the only thing. Looking back at it, that's how I'm guessing, because they was just always. You know what I mean, for you to be on a nigga like that, like, damn, you talking about chipping a nigga? Not even taking it to jail. You want to flip a nigga, like, damn. They ain't even talking about arresting a nigga. They talking about killing a nigga. Like, damn, bro.
So they eventually end up trying to do that. You got shot how many times?
Multiple. I always say 7, man. My mom and my brother and all them, they all talking about, no, it's way more, like 11, 12. I don't know, bro. I know it's multiple. I know I got hit in the head, bro. I got hit in the head with 2 flesh wounds. You know what I mean? You know, like great, like in and out type shit. I got hit with 2 under here for sure. Then that's how I got hit in the lung. That's how my lung got fucked over. You know what I mean? I got hit in my stomach right under my navel. You know what I mean? I got hit in my thighs.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's why all I got bullet holes. I don't know. Remember, I was wet, so all I don't remember that shit like that. I don't really remember. I don't even remember me. Like it's to this day, I can't tell you the story. I talked about that too, because I'm saying like my baby mama got one story, because these are the people who was there. My baby mama, then my homegirl, and then my road dog. They all 3 got kind of different stories, but they all similar. So I'm like, damn. I mean, about like one say, I just had the burner in my hand. Yeah. And like the homegirl say, I just had it in my hand. My baby mama say I barely flinched. And then the homie say, no, because you was trying to get off. You was trying to squeeze. You was tripping. Like we telling you, Blu Ragg, no, cuz drop the gun. So I'm like, damn, them the stories, bro. You know what I mean? I was wet. I was out of my mind. I don't know what the fuck. You know what I mean? I was blacked out. I was blacked out. I had one of them cold wet daddies.
So you said you was in a coma, right?
Yeah,
For how long?
a week.
And you said you technically flatlined.
Yes, sir. Nigga, they had the
Damn.
tag on my toe. Nigga finna take me to the nigga. What? Technically, nigga, they had the tag on my toe. John Doe, nigga. When my mom called the hospital, nigga, they was like, nigga, it was a John Doe, nigga. But she kept saying, nigga, my name, my government, nigga. Like, nah, my son name, nigga, nah. My son named Marcus. Who is that? My son named Marcus Hurd. They like, no, we don't know, but we got a DOA. Like, what? Like, never. Like, a gang member from DeWardy. Yeah, that's my son. He was shot by the sheriffs. Like, he ain't know what they were.
Damn.
That's how that happened. And they like, what? He like, yeah, and they filling out my time of death sheet. Nigga for the morgue, nigga with a tag on my toe. Nigga, my mama said I was white as the sheet. Nigga, when she see, they was like, no, he ain't. And the doctor said, no, man, that's his mom, man. Hell no, don't put, let me try one more thing. And they took me upstairs, the black doctor, nigga. We took me upstairs, like, nigga, God, like angel, like he came to me like an angel. The black doctor, my mom, that happened. And he took me upstairs, but it's Huntington Memorial in Pasadena. You know what I mean? 1995. Nigga took me to upstairs in emergency and hooked me up to the 2 EKGs. Nigga put me on both of my lungs, put me on 2 chest tubes. Nigga had me on, you know what I mean, had put the tube down my throat, put the shit up my nose, had was, you know what I mean, and nigga revived the nigga, bro.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, fast. Nigga was gone all the way gone. Like nigga, you know what I mean? Nigga wake up out of coma, nigga mom's crying tears on the nigga. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? The whole time, that's the only voice I hear. The whole time I'm in coma is my mom. I don't hear no doctors. I don't hear my baby mama. I don't hear no homies trying to come in. She
Hey,
wasn't letting
yeah,
them in my room.
I
Mom's fighting
heard
the
that
homies out my room.
you
Like, mom's called
you
the
could
homies
hear
evil spirits. Huh?
you. I said I heard that you could hear in the
I
coma.
only heard my mama, though. That was what's so deep. I only heard my mama praying, bro, the whole time. All I heard is my mama. Like, please, God, don't take my son. Like, he only 19. He got so much living to do. He's so special. He could be. You know what I mean? Like, I'm hearing that. He a warrior. He just misguided, bro. He can be your soldier, your warrior. God, he's for you. He's for of us. You know what I mean? He's up. I'm hearing that type of stuff, bro. He's of the lamb, the sheep. I'm hearing some deep stuff. And let's remember, take this back. I was so gone at one point, like I didn't believe in nothing. I was atheist at this point. I was gone. My mama used to pray with me, bro. I used to be like, "You done?" She'd be like, "Amen." I'd be like, "I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm out of here." Like, it was like that. So I'm hearing this, bro. Like, I'm hearing this, and I'm seeing what I'm seeing. I'm like, wow. You know what I mean? That's all I heard was my mama praying the whole time, bro. I was in the coma too. It stopped, and I heard it was like the darkest dark you can ever imagine, bro. I'm talking about the darkest dark. Like, if you close your eyes, put some lokes on, nigga, roll up the tents, nigga, at night, nigga. I'm talking about the darkest black you can think of, nigga.
Hey,
It was
real
like
fast.
this. Look, it was like this, and then it was like a wave, and then it was like the lightest, beautiful sky blue you will ever day, the beautiful best summer day, the best summer of the year, the most beautiful, clearest blue sky you will see. I seen, bro, and then it was like a image, bro, like a inviting image, but not like a vivid image, like a vivid image to where I can describe and like look like it, but just like a image, but it felt like loving, bro. I promise you. And the my mom, all the praying, and then look, all of the light left. All I heard was like that pan sound that some people put in their songs. You know what I'm talking about? You know what pan is?
Nah.
It's like a like a run through your ears type of, like if a train come through real fast that's feeling that go through your ears, like
Yeah.
your ears popping, and feel like that's like pan.
All right.
You know what I mean? You know how when niggas doing some of these beats and it sound like the beat going to water, sometimes they got them little breakdown parts.
Yeah.
That's pan. All right, bam. Like Metro Boomin and all them. All right, now bam. It was like that. And then it was just all black, bro. I didn't hear my mom no more. I didn't hear it was just all black. All the way until I woke up. It was just dark black. I was just laying sleeping, real peaceful, getting the best sleep ever. I just felt calm and I felt smooth. Like I just felt like I know everything gonna be all right. And then I
That
basically just Open my
That's when
eyes,
you.
bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So when you came out the coma, what was that experience?
Open my eyes, and my mama was like, no, the first time I opened my eyes, bro, my baby mama was right there. And my baby mama, she get premonition. She told me 2 days before it happened, some white men was gonna shoot me in front of the house. I didn't even tell you that.
That's crazy.
And we arguing about this for 2 days straight. I'm like, who white gonna shoot me in a set? That's what I'm telling her. Like, ain't no white people. I ain't even thinking about the police. You know what I mean? I'm like, who white gonna shoot? She like, it was some white man holding a gun. I'm telling you, I had a dream. It was a white man holding a gun right in front of the house. You had the pigtails. You had, you know what I mean? You was banged out. You had your gun. And you, so she's trying to hide my gun from her. We getting into it all. I'm like, man, who ain't no white people finna come shoot me? You weird. But she get premonitions like that. She spiritual like that. And God always keeping me around spiritual people because I'm a spiritual person, bro. And I even when I didn't know I was, you know what I mean? So, but uh, yeah. So when it happened, look what she say, bro. When I first woke up, I see her, and then she looked pretty as she ever looked that day. It was crazy. She looked most beautiful she ever looked, and she said, "I told you," in the most calm voice, and that scared me, bro. That scared me. And then the shit on the all that shit started going up. And I got
Damn.
scared, and I was like, and they was like, the doctor told her get out of here, and I got scared. Then I went back out for 2 days, cuz.
Hell yeah. Who wouldn't have been if the first thing you see is somebody saying I told you and they
I
told you
told you. What
and
the
they
fuck?
actually
Fresh out
told
of
you.
coma, you gonna tell me I told you? Not you happy, not damn, thank God you
Niggas
alive. I
start
love you.
panicking.
Not none of that. Like I'm in the cold. I told you. Like nigga, you should have listened. Nigga, like fuck all that. You like I can't wait till your ass come out this coma to tell you I told you. It was one of them. I'm like this motherfucker evil man. What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, but bro, yeah, that's how that happened. I went back out for 2 days, and then when I woke up again, that's when I seen moms crying her tears on me and all that, man, tears of joy and all that, man. But yeah, that yeah. So it was like I woke up, then went back out because she put the man, bro. That woo. And then look, another time my shit got to tripping, but I didn't go back out off of. But I was tripping, and my temperature was all high. They had to put me on all type. They had to put me on ice, and I was tripping. I was paranoid. Bro, the same nigga that shot me. Come in my room, bro. Creep up in my room. The one time my people leave me alone unattended to go to the cafeteria to get some food real quick. He creep up in there. And he creep up in there. I don't know what that was a scare tactic. Because why are you holding your gun? It ain't like you finna dump on me in the hospital. So what are you doing?
Right. Yeah, he
That was
was
like
on
some
some
old scare tactic
yeah,
type
he
shit. You know
was
what I
on
mean?
some
But
bullshit.
yeah, like what is this? Like that's corny, but still, it spooked the nigga. It worked because I'm like fresh out of coma to see this. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he like unfucking believable. You fucking alive? You gotta be you motherfucker. You alive? Who the fuck are you? That's how he getting at me. I'm like, what? Like, man, what the fuck? And then he ran up out of there. And before my people, and I told my family, don't leave me ever 1 minute again. You know what I mean? So it was crazy. It was a whole lot of shit
He
going
had to
on.
come see for himself. Like, what? He alive? He
This
probably was
fool
telling
really lived
everybody
all that, not because
he
they
was
know we
probably
hitting
bragging
in
about
vital spots. They ain't hitting like gang members just shooting, nigga. They cops. They
right.
know where to hit you. Vital spot, head, lung, main artery. You ain't coming back from them. I came back from that main artery, lungs, nigga, dome, and damn near blew my dick off when they gonna, you know what I mean? Right by a nigga balls. Another vicious spot right there on the inner thigh, right there. All that I'm scarred
Yeah.
up, all right there,
Yeah.
bro. I
I
got
got shot in my inner thigh. It almost blew my shit off too.
you already know then. So I'm saying, and hit a nigga right there. You already know then.
Yeah.
Hit a nigga right there. Them all the spots they hit, and them. Come on, them the police. They know where to hit a nigga, bro. Don't too many niggas be living, be getting hit by them. They gonna
Right.
be saying, yeah, that would be,
What's the
yeah.
deal, Tommy? I see you, bro. Hey, hold on. It was a question up here, but you was talking about the coma experience. I couldn't
Oh yeah.
interrupt
It
you.
got deep. Yeah, it
Uh
got deep.
yeah. Unrighteous seeing Sean Tiff says Big Blue Rag, remember fourth dimension off Myrtle around the corner from the Elephant Bar, Lil Loke, Noriega Bug style, and nephew, and a lot more of your homies used to be there at the club or after the club.
Of course, yeah, yeah. They never used to like want to let me in. I started to bully my way up in there. Of course, that was like the spot. That was one of the first spots I made. Look, I did some gangster shit. Fourth that club she talking about 4 of these. I had all my goons, nigga, go up there, nigga, press the DJ to make him play my shit and all that. And nigga, like, nigga, you might want to play him, like, that's like the big homie, like, you know what I mean? He like our leader, like, we look up to him, like, you think we crazy, but like, he like, yeah, like, he like the OG, you know what I mean? Like, you might want to play his music. He like somebody big around here. It might be, they like, man, we ain't trying to play all that game, man. Yeah, you might want to play that. Everybody gonna get to dance. So they knocking my shit up in there. Blow one. Yeah. That's how that happened. Niggas got pressed. But yeah, speaking of that spot, 4th D, it ain't there no more though, 4th Dimension. Hell yeah, I remember that. That was the spot.
Right.
That
Hey,
was like,
so after you get shot, didn't they charge you?
hell yeah. Attempted
What
murder on them. Ain't that a bitch?
they charged you with attempted murder?
Yeah, I had attempted murder on them. I got and I was fighting 30 to life, and I ended up fighting that for a year, and I ended up at the end copping out to assault with a deadly and getting 7 because of my lawyer. I had to pay lawyer, and he was fucking the DA. Mob
Damn.
shit for real, nigga. Yeah. I see why some people be thinking I be lying when I be talking about my life. I be looking, that shit do be sounding like an old gangster novel or something. It's just really my life though, bro. Ain't no, me and my mama was laughing about that shit yesterday. I said, Mama, some people think I be lying like about my life like that. My shit must be really interesting. Like for it. She was like, yeah, it is. You just keep doing it. Yeah.
Right.
We know. Mom told me we know it ain't. Don't worry about it. Just keep doing you. We know you ain't lying. Shit, all this shit I've been through, boy. But yeah, nah, bro. Yeah, that shit be crazy. Sometimes now I'm looking at it, I do be like, damn, it do be nah, bro. Yeah, so he was knocking down the DA. He tell me, nigga, look, I'm 10 months into the case, bro. He gonna tell me, look, she nice, huh? Look at her ass. Look, nice legs. I'm like, fuck this bitch. She trying to take my life, give me 30 to life. You think I'm trying to look at her butt, man? Fuck this bitch. Pay attention. Why you, bro? Come on, he whispering this in my ear. And we in court while she talking. Nigga,
yeah, I'm not worried about none of that.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, this what you on? Like, nigga, I might never get no pussy again, nigga. If you don't beat this shit, nigga, what the fuck is you talking about, nigga? He say, man, that's when he tell me, he say, man, we need a recess. He asked for a recess. He take me and he tell me some gangster shit. And he like, look, man. He like, man, we went to law school together. I've been fucking her. I done snorted coke lines off her butt, had threesomes with her, other wooty. I'm like, what the fuck? Nigga, if you don't give me the best deal immediately,
I would have been like, nigga, you could have been got me a deal.
What you telling me that 10 months in? But I'm like, I know what you want. You want to make sure you get your bread, nigga. That's what you was on.
Yeah. He like shit. He could sit.
Italian food. He was mobbed out. Mob lawyer for sure. Look, he was one of the lawyers that won a big case, bro. It was the Samoan homies in Carson. It was a big case in like 91. It was all over the news. Where they was at like a wedding reception and one of they like family functions, and the police came tripping and they was fighting with the police and shit, and the police whooped them out, and it was a big lawsuit. And it was like about, I want to say 3 point something million or something. Give or take a little less or more. It was a chunk though. It was about 3 M's, bro. It was some chunks. And he was one of the lawyers on that case, on that civil case, that lawsuit. That same my lawyer. He was just one of them. It was about 4 of them. It was about 4 because they was like I want to say they was from like Carson Pyrus or something. Like there was some down moves for sure. Carson Pyrus, West Side Bunny Hunter, like where the Booyah tribe from, like that. You know what I mean, right there.
Yeah.
And because they got West Side Bounty Hunters, right? They West Side Bounty Hunters, and some of them like Scottsdale, Pyrus, and stuff like that. But I want to say they would, but that was situation. It was some of them. It was some of they folks. And my lawyer was one of them. So he already had that was already like in LA Times on the news. That was big. You know, you got to think this the Rodney King time, all this going on, you know what I mean? So it's real political right now. And then my lawyer, one of the lawyers on that. So he pressing, like, nigga, he threatened, don't touch my client, don't try to whoop him out. You know what I mean? Y'all better not lay one finger on y'all and shot him, killed him, put him in a coma, all type of shit. Y'all better not touch him. So I was good for I'm already, you know what I mean? Because they was trying to get rough with the nigga and all that, but they still was getting rough with the nigga, throwing the nigga around because I was tripping on every chance I get. Right. And that was the whole thing when we was in the crib module. Niggas like, man, that was the thing. That nigga don't go to court with Blu Raggg. You gonna get whooped on by the police, nigga. Because they know I'm going up. I'm fuck y'all, bitch ass. I'm tripping. Like, nigga, fuck y'all. Nigga, what's up? Now,
finna get everybody whooped.
Yeah, everybody finna get whooped on the channel. Niggas like, man, that nigga, man. Damn, yeah, it was. Yeah, my case was big and all that. So I'm surprised they didn't have a nigga in high power, but they didn't. I don't know. Shit, I was all over that
Hey,
motherfucker.
hey, he said now that I think about it, you was in Ventura with my homie Big Snap too.
Yeah, yeah, and the halls. Yep. The halls. Yep. Yeah. That's what I was trying to think of earlier, homie. I was trying to think of that snap. Yep. Yeah, for sure I was.
You say
But it was
something
some
else, but I
other
got
weirdo man that was. But this nigga was claiming all. But he was on the whatever that I forget what the building where you the reception building in Ventura. That dude I was telling him about. That's why I paused like that. Said, hold on, man. I hope that ain't cuz. I hope that ain't old boy, bro.
nah.
Cause he
I
was.
mean, shit. Just judging on me watching his content, I doubt it.
No,
You
no, no, no,
know what I
no. He
mean?
wasn't. Nah, that ain't him. Nah, that ain't him, bro. He was. Yeah, he wasn't. Nah, this dude. He was passing through type shit. But he been a wire gang of time. This nigga had like 7, 8 hoods tatted on him, and none of them was the one he was claiming at the time, bro. I'm like, you was a
He
weird. I
said.
rushed him. That's why I paused like that, because I rushed him. He was running. I chased him all up and down Ventura. That's why I
He
said, hold
said.
on, you was in the building with me? Because that
He
nigga that
said.
I'm talking about, I chased that nigga. I socked that nigga and chased him up and down the hall.
He said. I don't remember you though, unless that was you. I was in Camp Scott with in 1990. Was you
Nah,
in
that's
Camp
the
Scott?
one. That's he turned. No, the one that was in.
Oh, he froze. He froze, man. You got an idea who he talking about? I think he about to come back in. We gonna see. Oh, he checked out all the way. He probably come back in. I'm away. Hey, you want me to send you the link? I'm gonna send you the link. We're gonna see if he come back in. I just sent the link to the other homie too. I appreciate everybody being patient. Give me a second. We're gonna start bringing y'all a lot more content this way. Already sent it to you. We got somebody coming in.
Hoodie hood.
What's the deal, homie?
Okay. This is how you do this shit, man. Yeah, that typing is too much, cuz.
Oh yeah, I'm already knowing.
That typing is way too much, man. He jumped. He come cuz come back on.
I just messaged him right now and said what happened. I don't know if his
Uh,
phone died or what.
yeah. He that nigga for some reason he just like hella familiar, man. I thought I was in camp with him when I seen his page a while ago.
Y'all about the same age, huh?
Gotta be if he was in YA about that time, cause I'm a my YA number is a K 6. No, that's my state number. My YA number is 697.
Mm.
So that's I went to YA in 93.
Yeah, he said he went in 92.
Yeah. He about a year before me. Yeah. I don't know how. That's crazy. I know I done ran into some rocks, but I can't remember. I can't remember none though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To say like, yeah, I know such and such from such and such, but I know I done ran into them because them in the back when I was in YA, they was them the rocks and the insane and the PDLs. They was deep as a motherfucker in the halls back then.
You said the Durocs, the PDLs, and the Insanes?
Yeah, the rocks, the
It's
PDLs,
kind of it's kind of going
the
in and out.
insanes is going in and out.
I could hear you now, but it was going in and out.
Yeah, it's probably my web service. But yeah, the motherfuckers that was deep in there was the Insanes, the Rocks, the Altadenas, and the Pasadenas, PDLs.
Mm.
That's when I was first started going like in '89. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you talking about in the hall? I thought you was talking about in YA.
Nah. YA, you gonna get a little bit of everybody in YA. Yeah, you gonna get just about a little bit of everybody there from a variety of hoods there.
Jeffrey Williams, what's up, homie? You late to the party?
How you see the chat and all that, buddy?
Shit, it's right here on my screen. I don't even know how to. This really my second time doing StreamYard. I did it the first time with the homie Dream Foreign, and
Okay.
now this the second time, so I really gotta mess with it a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah.
I couldn't even make somebody a moderator. I know I could do it on YouTube by just holding down their name, but on here it either say put them on timeout, delete their comment, or something else.
Okay. Yeah, I've been figuring out, man. I gotta, like I say, I still be in the mix, man. So I kind of be, running from this camera thing, man. Shit. But eventually,
Yeah,
I
man.
ease my way into it. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm telling you, I was just look when I was just out there on 410. I stayed on Century at Century, and it was it was a little bit past Hawthorne. I don't know if it's Myrtle.
Probably murder at a light.
Yeah,
It was a light.
it was a light right there.
Yeah, that's Myrtle. Myrtle Freeman.
Yep, Myrtle Freeman. That's exactly what it was. And
Mm-hmm.
I stayed right there at a little room right there. And then at first I had missed it. And I went down this I think I went down Myrtle or Freeman, and I came out like on, I want to say that's 98th or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was right there on Hawthorne. And I had to go down, I had to bust a U-turn, and I seen a fresh hit up on the tree. It's a tree right in the middle of the divider. It said nine deuce LC, and then it had something whacked out that I ain't gonna say, but
Right there on Hawthorne Boulevard.
yep.
Yeah.
And then it's
Yeah.
a liquor store right there. It's a liquor store
Damn. Let me try the picture. Yeah. Sure. On 98th.
on 98th and Hawthorne. It's a liquor
Yeah.
store right there. I was like,
Liquor store sitting in the parking lot.
yeah, what's it called?
I forgot the name of the liquor store, but it's a white liquor store though, right there. It's
It's
right
a
there.
white liquor store.
Yeah,
That's exactly what it was.
might be a car lot across the street, right there. So right there, whatever that is.
It could have been. Dang, if you say the store, I know for a fact it was like
you had to, if I ain't mistaken, you had to bust a right. You couldn't bust no left to go down Hawthorne. You had to bust a right, then make a U-turn down Hawthorne and go
Yep,
towards Century.
yep, yep. When I came off of 98th, I had to bust that right, and then I bust that U turn and went back up towards Century. You absolutely
You
right.
you bust that U-turn at Hardy. You made that U-turn at Hardy at that other light. When you made that
No,
right,
I made a U turn before the light. I believe.
oh,
I
it's the
believe
U-turn
it
section
was an
before.
opening right there.
Okay, okay, yeah, I ain't hip to
But
that then.
it was that liquor store right there on the corner, right across the street where I bust a U turn at.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't live too far from there.
Oh yeah, you was around the way. Marlena Williams, how you doing? Been a minute. Yeah,
You be laid back on this motherfucker. I see you don't get involved in all the little drama unless you make a little content or something.
man, I ain't gonna lie. I got a video coming, man. I gotta do it, man. I
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
do it.
I fucks with your shit though, cause you be on point with a lot of shit, man.
Man, I be trying to stay away from the BS, man. But you know, for the most part, I do. But every now and then, I'm a dibble and dabble, just because, not because of no views or nothing like that, but just based on it's genuinely how I feel.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now, I'm just seeing some shit that ain't cool, man, with the whole big U situation and
Man, that shit all man. Come on, man. You don't use the
niggas going to court dates and shit. Niggas bunk.
you don't use the people to put on the people, man. You know what I'm talking
Yeah, bro, I can't
about?
respect it.
And I know Cuz too. You know what I mean? He a good motherfucker, man. Like he done fuck around was trying to look out for me a couple of times on some music shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Hold on. You said when am I gonna get monetized? I am monetized.
How you seeing them comments, girl?
Shit, it's right here.
I
It's
don't
right
see nothing
here.
but yeah, I don't see nothing but StreamYard.
Yeah, I could see all of it. It's probably because I'm hosting the channel. If it was the other way around, I wouldn't be able to see. But
Yeah. Let me
yeah.
see. Let me see. I'm gonna go from this other one.
Hold on. Let me see if he texts back. Hold on.
Yeah, if he get on, just let me know and I'll tap off, my nigga. Or whatever.
Nah, he didn't. His phone must have died or something.
Or okay, yeah, I can see the comments now. Somebody told me if I jump if I jump on live, don't pay attention to the comments, but you don't be having no riffraff in your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you said a Cash App son. I ain't put my Cash App on here yet, but I'm monetized as far as my channel. I get paid from that. But yeah, I don't even know how to do that.
Do this shit go to
Oh,
my channel too? Do it show that I'm online on my channel or what?
yeah, yeah. It show you. It got your. It just say LC right there, and it got your picture.
But it don't let people know I'm online, no, huh? Off like off my page. I don't know how that shit work.
Probably not. Nah, probably not.
Yeah, I'll figure this shit out one day. Get that shit to going. Yeah, yeah, your man's man. That was my guy, man. Back in them days, man. You know the one that sent the flick up.
Yeah, man. I had tapped in with the homie. He was like, "Man, it ain't cool." Like I said, he ain't did no telling, but he did some
Just the
other,
bad move. Just the
yeah,
bad move.
bad
Yeah,
move, and you know,
yeah, yeah. He was. I mean, shit. Last I seen him, I met him in Ventura. Then we was in the feds together, and he was with all the shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga was with all the shit. But
he said, "No, yeah,
shit.
definitely. He definitely was a rider. I ain't heard nothing in that regard. But the other homie who Preston was also another one like that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody said if you were monetized, you would be able to donate super chat from the. I mean, I'm monetized on YouTube, man. I just got paid 2 days ago on the 21st.
Hey,
from that too.
noisy,
So
noisy MacBook said we sound like some old heads using the internet for the first time.
right. Oh, so you can see the comments now.
What I did, I just grabbed my phone and kind of turned the volume down on the other one, and
Oh,
and,
so you can
and
see the
look,
comments.
yeah, looking like that and shit.
It's a cash sign to the right. Cash sign says thanks for donating. I see a cash sign right. Boy, it says share your referral link. That's what it says. Share your referral link.
Hey, I was in Jamestown with Cuzzy too, little Cuzzy. I don't know if you know him.
I know of them.
He had a little. They say he had a little money and shit back, back in the day or whatever.
It say no noisy is right. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I get paid from YouTube. I'm monetized on YouTube. I don't know about StreamYard. I see this cash sign right here. I don't know if that's what y'all talking about.
Tobias Shakur say too many people talking about the 40s. What the young cat C star say? 40 this, 40 that.
You know it's crazy because right now I got a notification from his channel, so he might be live right now.
Yeah, yeah. He was right before I tapped in on yours and shit.
Oh yeah, then that's what it is.
Yeah,
Tripping
I
for
like
life
that little.
said OG Bam was dissing you low key. Uh,
Yeah, I like that little slogan he got going on. 40 this, 40 that.
Now I never received a super chat. I thought you had to like. Yeah, I'm talking about AdSense, noisy MacBook. You need to look into how to accept super chats and from live streams. This, yeah. This only my second time streaming on here, so I don't know how to do all that.
What you normally fuck with? Just the regular the app hoodie?
Yeah, regular YouTube, I just go live on there, but I just started doing it this way. That way I could bring people on and start, you know,
Yeah,
interacting more. Cause when I'm
right.
on YouTube, it's just me and I'm just talking the comments. And that's why I don't be going live like that. Cause I be getting bored with that shit. But I'd rather be able to actually chop it up with niggas.
Yeah, the lives is the shit. See, I can't put too much content out because that should be a whole lot of work, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
You can
That shit, I'll be.
figure it out. Do a 5 minute video later, but don't forget cause you'll be missing out. Yeah, I'll put it up, man. I don't be on here asking for money or nothing anyways. If that's what y'all want to do, if people want to donate, that's cool. I ain't never been on here asking for money though. That's probably why I never took the time out to actually do it, because that ain't never really crossed my mind.
Yeah, I don't know who your man's was talking about. I wanted to ask him while I was on here and shit, man, because I ain't never heard of no shit like that.
Who the dude that's supposed to be from Legend?
Yeah, I thought he was talking about this one cat, but trust me, he wouldn't have chased that nigga nowhere. That nigga's a rider, my nigga. And with the full bullshit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he said he knew everybody else you was talking about.
Right. Yeah, he seemed familiar though. Like I said, I thought it was Camp Scott. Might have seen that nigga back in the day, but I guess not. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I seen a bunch of dude rocks, and I know I've been locked up with some, but I don't know any to be like, you know what I mean? Like no niggas' names. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do it if they wanna, cause this ain't the first time. A lot of people didn't ask me like, hey, you should do this, or how do I sing you something? And I always just brush it off, but I'm gonna
Hey,
go ahead and put it up there.
Hoodie, I used to be all through that San Diego, man, like in '06, man, all up and down that Al Cajon.
Yeah. Oh, you was getting to it.
National City. I told you, nigga, I'm a real street nigga, man. I get it by any means, nigga.
Yeah, hey, right now, National City is probably the only thing popping. They didn't shut everything else down. Elkhorn Boulevard shut down. Every now and then, you might see something walking over there. Um, and I think it was Main Street in El Cajon City that shut down. Um,
Chula Vista.
Chula Vista for sure shut down. It's really just Main Street in National City.
Right. Al Cajon. None jumping on Al Cajon.
Like I said, every blue moon I see something walking over there. Like, oh look, you know what I mean. I remember when I was young, like, I was a teenager. Like, you used to see them. You know what I mean? You could go to
Down,
Elko
hey,
Boulevard, you see
down
them.
there by down there by the state streets, the Denny's and all that.
Yeah, Texas and Alabama and Missouri and all that. Yeah,
What you
they was
know
down.
about what you know up there? Okay, I'm gonna take you up there on 70th, nigga. What you know about Tubbs? Is it Tubbs?
It was a bar.
No, it was like a kind of like a bathhouse type of thing. They, you go in there, they had like jacuzzis and shit.
Oh, there you go, right there.
Yeah,
He done
he
made it
made
back.
it back.
Man, they got to throw him on a charger.
I did not
Hey,
tell
did
you. I
not
said
tell
his
you I
phone
said his
died.
phone died.
Hell
You had to
yeah.
charge him up,
Charge him up, huh? Yes, sir. He on the charger right now. You know that I had to even get some juice. You already know when it dies, it's gonna take a little minute.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Uh-huh. Yeah,
that dude you was
that dude
talking
you was
about. I
talking
thought you was
about. I
talking
thought
about
you was talking about
you talking about the we getting an
that
echo
dude
in
that was
here.
claiming all them hoods.
Yeah, I thought you was
Yeah,
talking
I
about the
thought you was talking
smart
about the
cat, but
smart
I
cat, but
know for
I
sure
know
it
for
wasn't him
sure
though,
it
because
wasn't
that
him though,
nigga's a
because that
rider,
nigga's
my
a
nigga. Ain't
rider,
no
my
way
nigga.
you
Ain't
would
no
have
way
been
you would
doing
have
that
been
with
doing
him. You
that
know what
with
I'm
him.
saying?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nah, this dude wasn't. Nah, this dude was like a J cat, bro. He wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
the homie said that the homie
The
said the
homie said
Tubbs
the
was
Tubbs was
cracking.
cracking.
yeah.
Yeah.
The tub
Yeah.
used to
Tubbs
go.
used to go.
Who said that?
Who said that?
Hey, is
Hey, is
everybody's
everybody's
echoing?
Lee
echoing?
Ray Burke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's my that's me. That's the damn USB speaker.
Yeah, I fucks with your channel though, Blue Rag.
Oh yeah, appreciate it, bro. Appreciate
Yeah,
that.
Salamo, man.
Likewise, bro.
You got some good
Likewise.
stories around that motherfucker, man. You got the old school nostalgia. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Shit.
man.
It just be.
What
I was just saying, I gotta get back to it. You know, I'll be telling Hoodie, it be everybody be like, man, you need to get. You know what I mean? I know I be lacking, and that's where my shit be slow up my channel, but I don't be. It don't just come to me like that. Then you know what I mean? I'll finish get back on some shit. I was thinking I was chopping it over with my young nigga today and shit.
Yeah.
You know, and some shit came to me. I was like, damn, that'll be some shit, some cool shit to talk about on my channel right there. You know what I mean? I don't be really happy. You know what I mean? It just, you know how it is. It just comes, you know,
Right.
organically. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get into these to this live and shit, these lives, because like I was telling Hoodie, like my shit is it take me forever to come up with content because it's so much motherfucking work versus just
Yeah.
jumping on the thing and talking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's real. Yeah, that is right. Just like, yeah, that's what, yeah, you're right. You're right. That makes sense. Yeah. That's why all this streaming, all these streamers, that's what they doing. That's how they
Yeah,
eating.
absolutely.
Yeah, and it's that simple because we got to sit up here and think about something and come up like, damn, let me see something cool to, you know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean? Something that, you know, because then, you know, when you ain't young, you ain't no teenager or nothing, you know, early 20s, you know, you saying something dumb, you know what I mean? You know, you can't be coming like, you know what I mean? So, you know, you got to come right, you know what I mean? You're a certain age and all, so you got to think about all that before you just get the, you know what I mean, posting stuff, you know?
Yeah,
But like you're right, when you just go live and just chop it up, yeah, it's smooth. Yeah,
absolutely.
I agree. Yes, sir.
Hey,
Yeah,
the homie said the Tubbs was right by Shamrock.
Yeah, I know it's up there off 70th or something like that, somewhere
Yeah,
right there.
70th and Elkhorn Boulevard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, what was I finna say? Oh. So let me get back into this. You can still stay on here if you want, but let me get back into these questions with Blue Rag. Um, so they charged you with the attempt on the police.
Hey,
yeah.
I'm gonna let you. No, I'm gonna let y'all do your thing, Hoodie. It's all good. I appreciate, you know what I mean? Let me tap in and see this
Oh
little shit,
yeah,
man.
that's
Let y'all
what's
do y'all
up.
thing.
Yeah, yeah. Appreciate the love
All right, for
too,
sure.
bro.
Hey, I'm gonna hit you. We gonna do one too.
It's all
Yeah.
good. It's all good.
All right.
For sure. All right, Blu Raggg.
All right, bro. Yeah, that's what's up. Network don't stop.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm
man.
trying to get it because I'm trying to put it straight up, but I got him on the charger. That's why I didn't, you know what I mean?
That's why I was echoing.
No, the echo because I had my USB speaker on. But I'm saying, you see how I got it sideways?
Oh yeah, you might as well hold it. I've been holding my phone the whole
Yeah, that's
time.
what I'm doing. This motherfucker hot. I'm finna, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now because that motherfucker that sideways and fuck the whole get down up. But nah, it's shit, yeah, man.
Yeah. So
I don't
you
even remember
said you said
what was I talking about?
you said he told you at court that he was fucking the DA, and you said get me a deal.
Yeah, okay, yeah, and he was like, yeah, that's when he ended up coming. Yeah, and he told me that we got the little reset, 30-minute recess, and then he was like, he ended up coming back with he was like, look, this the deal. This one three strikes was new too. You know, they came out in '94. This '95. So
Right.
he like, look, you know, the strikes was gonna be a strike. You're gonna have to take at least one strike. So he like, you're gonna this the deal, either 7 with 85 because it's a violent offense. He like, then even though he like that, but still the way your charges are. He was like, you know, even though you the one got shot, you know what I'm saying? That shit great. You know what I mean? But he like 7 with 85 with one strike or 8 with half with 2 strikes. And then, you know, of course,
Never.
a young nigga, I'm like, ooh, that 8 with half do sound good, nigga. But you know what he like I know that 8 with half. He like, I'm gonna tell you right now, you young, you an active game member. He like, bro, you gonna end up doing your whole time anyway. You gonna get into you might end up doing a whole 8 and still get out with 2. He's like, man, want any little thing, man. You don't want to have 2 strikes. So he breaking. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, man, I need 10 days to think about it. Judge letting nigga get 10 days to think about it. I'm in the crib module. I'm the youngest cat in there. You know, it's the homies in there. We about like 12 deep in there at the time. From my set.
Right.
They all older than me, all been in prison. They laced me like, man, you better hurry up and take that rag. You know what I mean? So it was like that. I was like, shit, yeah. They like, hell yeah. They like, you got your girl and you got a few other little stragglers gonna be around for a little while, but your girl, she running, she ain't going nowhere. That was the BM. They was like, you got your BM, you got your family, you good, you to the good. You ain't, you know what I mean? You ain't no slave. You a young nigga, you gonna knock that out. You good. You got your little strike. Get up. You know what I mean? They was just telling me like, yeah, you know, let me know everything. Showed me everything I was gonna know before I even got up there. Like niggas showed me how to make pruno, how to make knives, how to make water bags, how to do everything. You know what I mean? I already knew before niggas a lot of Swahili words and all that type of shit I was gonna need. How to fish, how to, you know what I mean? I was doing all that in the module before I got to the pen. Cause the homies was like, "Yo, we're gonna make sure you lace when you go up there, cause niggas ain't gonna have to have no other nigga. You know what I mean? Some other niggas, G homies, nigga, have you fuck that. Nah, nigga, you gonna already be like, nigga, them older niggas ain't gonna be able to do nothing with you. And they couldn't. You know what I mean? Cause they try to hit me with the all type of shit. They try to slide the blue note nigga into my cells, try to hook me up, all that. Look, read this from Tookie, and when nigga, watch out. Look, I'm so cold. Look, I'm so cold though, and so much of a rebel. I'm so much all the nigga hit me with that. I'm like, look, I'm so cold. I'm like, look, I read the whole thing. I'm cold nigga. Look, I'm like 21 at the time, 21 too. I've been in the pen a couple years already. I've been thugging already. I'm full throttle on that motherfucker. I'm already level 4 mentality. I'm like, nigga, tell me, older nigga, G nigga, tell me, nigga, shadow from great, nigga, like nigga. Nigga tell me, yeah, nigga, read this. This the crib prayer from Tookie, Woody. I'm like, yeah, I read. He like, it's another one right here. Look how he tell me, like, because they got to let you, like, you can't read this. You read this, you going to be a note. I'm like, oh, is that right? Let me see it. I read the whole shit. The whole Constitution, nigga, and then nigga grab my nigga my key shoe, nigga grab my burner, nigga right up under my bed, nigga my bunk, right where I had it, right where I was sitting, right, just reach down and grab my shit like nigga, I ain't nothing, nigga, this do rock crib, that's it. Nigga, I ain't none of that. I read it and all that. Nigga, I ain't none of that. What's happening? What we doing? We gonna not have a knife fight or I ain't none of that, nigga. I'm straight do rock crib uncut. I just wanted to do that just to show you, nigga. You ain't the fuck you think you playing with these game mind getting this prison shit. That shit ain't nothing, nigga. I got one politic. My set, nigga. Fuck you talking about? What's up? That nigga didn't even get up. That nigga like, nah, nigga, damn, you a crazy young nigga. You a fool. That nigga moved out the cell with me. Matter of fact. Yeah.
Hey,
Like,
hey, you didn't put his name out there too.
yeah, he'd be all right. Shit.
You shouldn't have been
Facts.
playing.
All I be talking is facts. So like, yeah,
Shouldn't have
we
been
not saying
playing.
motherfucker.
What he said, what baby B Brave say, you shouldn't have did it.
Yeah, when I say a nigga, cause I'm saying a nigga name, cause it's like nigga, you know I'm telling the truth. Like nigga, go ask him type shit. Nigga, you know I ain't lying. Shit, that's why I said, like, yeah, you right. You should have did it. Nigga don't want a nigga see
You
it.
shouldn't have let it happen.
Yeah, but nah, it was some, but nah, bro. I don't even know why I even brought all that up for. What?
I think you was just talking about the pen when you got there. Like,
Oh,
oh,
how I was just already like cold nigga, like already you
yeah,
can't even because all them older I had all you know, he was all old niggas, older niggas ran shit. That's why it was better though. It was structured better. I ain't gonna lie,
right.
it's boo-boo now. It was structured. But so look, I had all them older niggas like that, all them old niggas who was like generals, who was like real politicians, who niggas who was running yards, niggas who was like all that shit, niggas was running the machine. I went against everything. I've been a natural rebel all my life, bro. That's all I'm telling the story. Look. When I went to bust down, like you know, in the McCrip machine, when you busting down, when you in the shoe on the yard, in the hole and shit, and you busting down, you can't stop. That's the rule, right? You know that.
Yeah.
I stop, nigga. I'm not finna. You niggas not finna run me in the dirt. Niggas is booty bandits and all type of shit up in here, nigga. I'm not playing you niggas tactics. Not finna get me that tired, nigga. I know
You
my
trying to
limit. I'm
attack
good. I ain't
me?
working out no more. Oh no, the machine you can't stop, nigga. I'm stopping, nigga. Oh yeah, that's the DP. What's cracking? That was always me, but I ain't never got none of that. DP, no, none of that shit. But I was always like a rebel for everything. Nigga, nigga can't fuck this prison shit. Nigga. Look, and I told my G homies in the set, nigga, you niggas can't tell me nothing because my mama, I didn't listen to my mama. I'm not finna listen to you niggas. And then the niggas in prison, I'm like, I ain't listen to my G homies in the set, nigga. I ain't listen to my nigga. Fuck, I'm gonna listen to you niggas in prison. I ain't hearing no. Nah, I ain't never had no. I always had authority issues, bro. That's why I always been like police, teachers, preachers, none. Nigga, nothing. Don't tell me. No, to this day, I'm still like that, though. Nigga, watch out, nigga. You can't tell me shit, man, nigga. Like, fuck that. Fuck out of here, nigga. Not dictating nothing I got going. Any prison I've been to, I ain't falling place to nothing they had going. Any shoe program, this what we doing. Nigga, this what I'm doing. Nigga, oh, you can't go. I ain't fuck that, nigga. I was always that nigga, bro. I ain't give a fuck. I went against everything. They always say, oh, you can't do that. You ain't big in the program. But some people, you got to know how to be. Sometimes you got to be your own man and just know when the nigga, nah, fuck that,
That
nigga. I'm
part.
ready to die about it.
That part.
That's how it was at that point sometime in my life. I mean, nigga, even up to recently, I was ready to die about it. I don't be just talking. I'm ready to die about it when I'm saying shit. Nigga, I ain't just, nigga, yeah, I'm not just bluffing. Nigga, like trying to not act tough. Nigga, no, nigga, I'm just what I feel. Nigga, and I'm ready to die about it. I'm not doing that. Just because you older or you been in prison 30 years or because you whatever, nigga, or you started this or you stabbed 20 niggas, that shit means nothing to me. You're just another human, nigga. Fuck all that. Nigga, I never cared about none of that type shit. And so I always was bumping here. It was always a lot. It was always some niggas like this nigga right here. Like, nigga. Some people think a nigga like think he no, it ain't. I don't know. It ain't none of that. It
Nigga
ain't
just
just
not
thinking too hard.
not
It's
just
just yeah.
going for everything.
Exactly, bro. That a lot of people go, and I've just been like that all my life. And then, like, even I'm like that on the intellectual level, too. I ain't just like no physical thing, like a nigga just a brute, like, nah. It's just like, I'm just, I have a rebellious spirit, bro. You know what I mean? You just can't tell me no anything or just can't, you know what I mean? Just because you are an authoritative figure, then I'm supposed to automatically, you're not God, though. You're in the flesh. You're an authoritative figure. You're a human in the flesh, just like me. You know what I mean? You didn't, you know what I mean, create all of this, you know what I mean? Like, you a part of this. That's like me, you know what I mean? We all a part of it, but you ain't the creator of it. So how you gonna, I mean, I ain't supposed to just automatically blindly, you know what I mean, follow you just blindly. No, I'm finna, hold on, no, that kind of sound like, nah, I'm good, nah. You know what I mean? So that was always been my thing from day one. That's why, like, grandmama and all, they said, like, man, you been here before, man. You like an old soul. You like, you know too much and you refuse to hear. Like, you don't care who it is. Like, you know what I mean? I always, like, in church, like, they always try to, like, oh, you evil because, nah, man, y'all can't just tell me anything. I'm just, just because, oh, yeah, it say right there in the Bible this and that, or it say this and that, or this, you said, the reverend said. Nah, or this dude or this the other religion said that, the Imam said that, and you know what I mean, in Islam, however, wherever, because I went, did all that. I went to churches and I went to the mosque. I went to all that shit, like, you know what I mean, and coming through like juvenile hall and YA and all that. You know, you go through all that, all the religious services for all the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? I know I did. I went to gang bang. I went to trip, fight niggas. I wasn't on no chasing nothing, no type of religion. I was going to look for some niggas to fight. That's what I was in YA on. So I'm saying all that to say, I wasn't never nobody you can just, you know what I mean, like, and because of that, some people would in the sense of a religious person, a religious leader, they would call somebody, they would say I'm evil because of that. Nah, bro, don't make me evil. I'm evil because I'm debating something that don't sound logical to me.
Right.
Nah, that's making me evil. Like, nah, I ain't, yeah, me, you know what I mean? So it's been that type of shit. And so I'm just giving you different. The reason I just went off subject, which I didn't, but I did. You see what I'm doing? Because, like, to give you different, to give the people different aspects of it, just to know that it's not just I'm just saying I'm just this ultimate tough guy and that you just can't tell me no, that's not how I'm coming with that angle, you know what I mean? But that's just how I'm a rebellious spirit, to where you can't just feed me some shit, I'm just automatically go for it no matter who you are. You're just another person, and I wouldn't expect you to do the same for me if I'm just telling you something, just because I'm telling you something. I'm Big Blu Raggg, and you say I don't expect you to be like, because Big Blu Raggg said it. You know what I mean? What the fuck? You know what I
And
mean?
the cold part about it is a lot of niggas that be like that. Like Big Whoopty Whoop said, so
Yeah,
they like,
exactly.
man.
And that's you know what's so cold about? I done gave some of my immediate little homies, some of my immediate soldiers, niggas I done meet, like niggas I done put on the set, got off the porch, all that, named them all. I done told them personally, like, I said, man, luckily I'm a real one and I'm not a manipulative, mischievous, like misleading type of big homie, because I can just make up some bullshit. This is what I was getting. I give them examples to show them how cold the game is and how dirty politics work and all that. I was like, I can make up some bullshit on a homie right now, right? And just say some way out off the wall. 99.9% of the time, y'all niggas gonna believe it and run with it because of me, because it's coming from me. And they like, damn, yeah. And I done gave niggas example. I done did it in jail and I did it on the streets in the set. I done did it in jail, like, to where I was like, watch, I'm gonna show you how it's, and be like, I'll give a nigga, even on some small, I was like, I can show you how cool, you know how rumors get started. I said, watch this. Right when I'm telling the nigga, I'm telling the homie, nigga, I used to fuck with every day. He used to sleep right next to me. We used to be clowning all the time. Blue Devil from Showline. And I tell him, I say, bro, I said, watch how I'm gonna show you how quick a nigga can start a rumor. You know what I mean? Just by motherfucker saying something and they hearing it and the motherfucker gonna run with it, especially coming from a certain type of individual, right? Not why I'm saying that. I didn't even get a chance to do it. I'm telling him, and some nigga walk by and hear me telling him, but he only hear that part of me saying I'm finna make up a rumor to say Michael Jackson got carjacked and killed. I mean, Magic Johnson. That Magic got carjacked and killed on Crenshaw, right? Like about a day or two ago, we in LA County, we in Wayside. Like, niggas got phones and all that, right? We got phones, niggas can get on the phone and call, you know what I mean, to check and see. Nigga, Magic, this would be all over the whole world would know this. The Magic Johnson just got killed on Crenshaw.
Right.
I say, now while I'm telling the homie from Showline, like, man, yeah, I'm gonna make up the lie. Old boy walking by and hear the part when I say it and run straight, tell everybody. And then he go to the phone. I see him even go to the phone and check, like, no, imagine John. I'm laughing. I'm like, look, bro, I didn't even get a chance to. He just overheard me telling you I was about to do it. And so now, look, the whole dorm, bro. Then there was the whole Wayside. Then I'm talking about the police was talking about it. I said, this is crazy, bro.
Yeah, he should at least ask, like, what happened?
Nigga didn't even get it. And I said, damn, I didn't even. And me and the homie laughed about that for days until, I let that shit go on like 4 or 5 days. Till niggas was arguing with me, like, no, nigga, I talk to my peoples. You talk to your peoples? I said, nigga, I don't want to admit.
Hey, yeah, he a cold nigga. He a cold nigga right there, boy. You lying about some shit you heard me make up.
Tell I'm the one who made. That's how. Now look, now that goes to show you how to. Now, just imagine if I can do that with just something that's nigga Magic. Now I could, oh, this nigga's a rat. He did this, whoopty whoop, he did that. And I mean, motherfuckers can put smut on them. I done seen it so cold, bro. Some of the coldest, dirtiest politics. I was in Sentinella, bro. I seen niggas actually pay the clerk that worked for the R&R clerk, that worked in R&R, to type up the 115s, pay cuz a zip a tree to type up some fake paperwork on a nigga to dirty politics and get a nigga off the yard, bro. Because the nigga was his competition and wasn't giving him nothing. Because the nigga was out there hitting, doing this thing, doing better than him. He was hating on the young nigga within his car, bro. Now, I would not put that new names out there because I don't want to get all involved in their politics and all that shit. But
that's hella foul.
Within his same car, bro, his younger homie that was outshining him and wasn't looking out for him, he hated on, and then hated on to the point to where he paid the clerk, the R&R clerk, man, to write up some, and he filed for letting the nigga pay him, bro, to put some smut like that on the nigga, like that. It was to the point where like they like he told on somebody like to send him to somebody's cell, and they got, and somebody that it was somebody who had already got cracked and went to, it was already in a hole. He put up the paperwork to make it look like old boy had told the police when they hit his cell, like, go hit whoop whoop right now. You know what I mean? That's how the paperwork said. And bro, I remember nigga, like I said, my G homies already laced me before I even went to prison. They like, man, you ever read paperwork? You gotta have that government seal, man. It gotta be real to even know it's actually even paperwork. Because they say, look at your Blu Raggg, go look at your court documents, look at all your paperwork. And like it got that, I was like, ooh, yeah. They like, I'm a teenager learning this, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm like, man, come on, bro. That ain't nothing but that nigga typed that up. This is a white paper, bro. Y'all up here passing a white paper around. Any nigga on this yard got a typewriter, bro. Cause that nigga working just cause he worked, but he made it look good cause he the clerk. You feel me? To actually do him.
Yeah.
He like a square. He like a non-affiliate from the Bay, like out the way, like be going to church. No nobody, you know what I mean? Older cat. He like, so they think like, why would he? You feel me? Like it just looked too perfect. Like, oh no, I came across this like just on some convict shit. I thought this was his folks. He might want to know that bro was telling. That's how he tried to come. Like, nah, bro. They ended up all coming out. But you know, and they all ended up. But it was like, bro, that was foul, bro. They got you know what I mean? They even popped on old boy, got him off of the yard and all type of shit, bro. Dirty politics. I'm behind some jealousy type shit, bro. That's weird. But I didn't see it all. But I'm saying, I give my homies, my young homies, I used to give them the type of examples where I told them like that type of story. And then I tell them like, man, you know what I mean? Because a certain person might have a bigger name, a bigger rep, man, than his son, or might be a little bit more aggressive or a little tougher, can fight a little better, whatever. You know what I mean? Might have a better gun game, whatever it is, but to where he got a little bit of advantage, you know what I mean, you know what I mean? He got a little bit more advantage in the hood within another cat. And so he'll use that. A lot of times people, you know what I mean, like basically abuse their authority, basically, you know what I mean?
Nah, that's facts.
You know, it'd be dirty
happen
politicking and
everywhere.
selective politicking and shit. That's where all that come in. Nigga be like, damn, why that nigga barely did that, and they got on that nigga helmet. Damn, this nigga done did this. You know what I mean? It'd be all type of shit going on. Like, that's where all that come from, because
when you was in there on this term, is that when you like start rapping? Is that when you developed that
real? But now look, I was rapping. Now look, that's crazy because I was really why? Because remember I said I was already on it because of like both niggas. Well, I was already just always rapping all the nigga life. I always loved that shit. I always really wanted. I always like a fantasy of a nigga. I always want to be a rapper since a kid. That's for one. I was always loving hip hop. But I'm saying I started really getting serious. I was writing songs already in Y. The whole 3 years that I did in Y, I was writing. I came home with a gang of raps, but I wasn't going to the studio like that. I went probably 2 times the whole time I was out. But it's a trip that I was writing them type of raps about getting shot by the police. That's what I'm saying. Back to I was going to the power of the tongue. I've been talking about that a lot lately. Watching, you know what I mean? Watching what you say, what you said. That's why I only speak positive, man, and productive shit now. And because now I've been telling my young niggas on that too. I've been lacing them on that, like how you say one thing, how you go through, you'll get some bad news, and that'll have you in a slump, and then you'll keep complaining like, damn man, it's fucked up, and woo, and then other shit will get fucked up. You'll get some bad news. That's why sometimes death come in 2 and 3s. Motherfuckers lose 2 or 3 loved ones back to back, like damn, or shit like, you know what I mean? And other bad news, this happened, then first this happened, then that, because you already you feel me, you already in that negative, you know. So you speaking in it. No, it come back to that, bro. I was actually writing raps about it. Like I said, I was telling people in Ventura, nigga, I'm not coming back. I'm holding court in the street. That's how woo. They're gonna have to kill me. I'm saying this. You gotta live. And then I'm saying my raps. Like, nigga, I literally had a rap, Mr. Blu Raggg is dead, where I took the whole story about getting shot by the sheriff. Nigga, I took 2 in the head. Nigga, Mr. Blu Raggg is dead. That's the last bar. And then it happened, you know what I mean? So I was rapping already. I clearly was rapping to be powerful enough to do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so, but yeah, when I did the 7, bro, yeah, I really was serious. Like, okay, I'm finna do this. Like, I'm finna pursue it as a career. That was when that's when I decided like, yeah, I'm gonna pursue it as a career type shit. Like, that's when I.
Now the thing about you that I heard you say, um, you like a lot of East Coast rap. You said Prodigy
Yeah.
is like your favorite rapper.
Mm-hmm. One
And
up for sure, but yeah, for sure.
and listening to you rap, you sound West Coast, but you don't.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
you lyrical,
Yeah,
and you got wordplay and all that, but
yeah.
it still be banged out at the same time.
Yeah. That's my own purpose too. That's my whole yeah, that's all I've been trying to perfect. Oh, I gotta perfect it now, but for all these years I've been writing, that's been my whole thing, to be just like that, to be the super banged out but super lyrical. Like, that's never been done really. The closest thing was to it was Corrupt, I think.
Definitely the closest thing was Corrupt. I
Yeah.
swear I was already thinking that.
And that
Corrupt
and
is
that
the
was one
only
of my biggest
person.
inspirations, because there's Corrupt, and that's that real West Coast. Because that when you combining that East West, and then now I'm versatile enough to now throw that South flavor in there too. Now you know what I mean. At first it
Yeah,
was just East and West. You know what I mean, that South flavor, that's where the little sauces, the little different little styles and shit come from. But the lyricism, you can hear the East Coast influence strongly for sure. And me, yeah, it's always been like that since my first shit. Since my first shit, that's why I always stood out my home. I had my homies listening to Mobb Deep. I was the only niggas. They like, niggas ain't listening, because Pac dissed them. So anybody Pac influence was so big, niggas was like, Mobb Deep, didn't Pac diss them?
hey,
Oh, that's
that
how we ain't
yeah,
listening to them, nigga.
hey,
That's how
that's how I was when I was a kid. Like
niggas wasn't listening to
it
nobody Pac was dissing.
it took me a while to listen to Biggie, or it took me a while to
Yeah,
listen to
nigga, yeah,
Jay-Z
nigga,
or
you Pac
Mobb Deep,
op, nigga.
even
Oh no,
Nas.
nigga, I ain't listening. You Pac
E-
op, nigga, you a op, nigga. This,
e-
yeah, niggas.
Even Nas, it took me a while to listen to Nas, bro.
Me
Like
too. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't even Mobb Deep. Those the trip. How I ended up becoming the biggest Mobb Deep fan. I couldn't stand them at first. That's what's the cold thing about it. I started getting up on them. My Sally, the homie from Graveyard, he used to listen to a lot of East Coast rap too. Like I always like I said, always like, but I didn't like Mobb Deep. That's what was crazy at all. Like even when they came out with Shook Ones and all that, I still wasn't feeling them. But it took me a while. Once I grew and I kept listening, it was like they Murder Music. That's the album where it really got me. It wasn't they first Infamous, all that. That shit was just some of that shit, like that old that Illmatic, and some of that shit too New York for me. I'm not on it like that.
I ain't
That's
gonna
for New
lie,
York
man.
classics.
I
Like New
love
York
Illmatic.
classics are just for New York. They think it's classics to the rest of the world, but it's only classics to them. Like we don't be on that shit how they be on Reasonable Doubt and Illmatic. That shit mean nothing to us. Like that, but to them, like that's just like the holy grail. Like, you know what I mean?
I believe them as both classics, which you just named. But
Oh yeah,
I
they by
also
far they are. But
I,
I'm
I,
saying they
I
not to
also
like.
like I like It Was Written better than Illmatic, Nas' second album.
Me too. That's
That
what's
one harder.
crazy.
That
Me
one harder.
too. I like it. I like It Was Written. That's when I started liking Nas. It Was Written. I only liked it off the first one. All I used to just listen to was that Nas that little single he had. Can't tell. I ain't sell. I ain't his single off the Illmatic.
Yeah.
That was I used to be on
Is
that.
it?
I
It
can.
ain't hard to
It ain't
tell.
hard to tell. It ain't hard to tell. It ain't hard to tell. I used to be on that. I'm like, oh, he dope. But as far as the whole Illmatic, no, I wasn't. I tried to listen to it. I'm like, no, just like that Infamous. I wasn't. fucking with that at first. It was their album Murder Music. You see, it's when I was in prison and certain other people were like, hey, check this out, Rag. You probably can fuck with this. I'm like, who? And they know I'm gonna get, well, because I'm so much of a hip hop head, I'll give it a chance. It don't matter. Like if it's, it don't want a lot of people on the yard in prison listening to East Coast rap, California prison. So all the niggas who did, it was like all fuck with each other. Like, nigga, I got this, that. Let me hear that. Niggas be
Right.
trading CDs and shit. So it was like, it was other niggas who was like, put me up on shit. Like, man, listen to Mob, listen to this. And that's how they ended up. And I'm like, oh, these niggas
You,
is
you
hard,
you know
man.
how I got up on a lot of that. Um, I was locked up. It was this nigga. He was from Dago. He
Yeah,
said he was from Lincoln Park. I don't know if he was or he wasn't, but
yeah,
we used to be talking rap. And at this time, this is when Kendrick and J. Cole was like coming up.
yeah,
Like they wasn't. I think Kendrick only had Good Kid, Mad City out. J. Cole might have just dropped Born Center, his second album.
yeah,
So I was up on that. I was telling him about that type of stuff. He like, man, I
yeah,
listen to all that. He said, but if you listen to that, then you should like this. And he
yeah.
started
And
sliding me.
oh,
He
yeah,
started
yeah,
sliding me
exactly.
more Nas and Jay-Z albums. And I
Yeah,
start really listening. I'm like, nah, these niggas is hard.
hard, yeah, for
Like
sure.
I heard certain songs and over the years that I fucked with, but to really sit there and start going through their catalog and listening to full albums, I'm like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
nah, these niggas is
I can
hard, bro.
recite that shit. Like that. I can recite some of they shit bar for bar. You know what I mean? I'm on it like that with them. I can recite some Nas and Jay bar for bar. Yeah, like cause a big, I can't recite nobody lyrics more than Pox though. I can damn near. I'm just now starting to. I used to be, couldn't even spit my lyrics as good as I can spit Pox. Now yeah. Man, I used to trip off that. I'm like, wow, I remember all Tupac songs. I can't remember my shit. What the fuck? I used to be tripping off that. I was like, nigga, I must not be good enough, nigga. So I used to be going harder and harder.
Nah, look, it's you. It's a few YouTubers on me that could really rap. I'm gonna say Young and Hefe.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say Munchie B.
I ain't never heard him. I didn't even
Yeah,
know he rap.
yeah.
Damn.
That's what he was doing first. And my boy 16 to Life, Chill.
Oh yeah, he be right. Yeah, I ain't never heard him either. I done peeped him a few times.
Yeah,
I ain't heard him. I ain't heard him spit nothing though.
his intro was him rapping. That song that come on in the beginning
Oh
is
yeah,
him.
yeah. Matter of fact, you're right. Yeah,
And I feel
okay,
like it's a
yeah, I
few
did.
more that I'm missing out right now. But y'all the YouTubers that I look at and be like, oh yeah, them niggas could actually rap. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
some niggas be rapping,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they be
And,
like,
and then a lot
that
of
ain't really
times
your
it's the trip
thing.
though, how like I've been on my shit and everybody be tripping off of, you know what I mean, nigga age and all that, right? And it's like I high demand all of a sudden. But I've been on it. Like, you know, being everybody, I was like, I felt like it was just me. Now it's starting to kind of be like normalized again. But I feel like it was just me, the only older nigga still doing it, like just still on his grind, never gave up, just still going at it. Like I was always just me for a minute. Now I feel like I'm kind of making it to like, you know what I mean? Like it's regular now because I'm be seeing a lot of shit every day and I'll be like, yeah. And it's like in high demand. I'm even seeing young niggas posting about it like, nah, them OGs that be really spitting, we need that. Like that real hip hop, like niggas that really rap. Like, you know what I mean? We need them OGs back. Like, I'm like, yeah, it's like kind of good time for a nigga to be going crazy like I am, dropping all that shit.
Right. So you got out and this when you start pushing your rap. This when Rag found
Yeah,
was
yeah, for
created?
sure. Yeah, yeah, because I came with the whole shit in YA. I came up with it in YA when I was in YA, made the whole name up and everything, and told her, all yeah, so yeah. But when I got out off that, yeah, that's when I started pushing for sure. But you know, what I mean, it was uh CDs still, you know what I mean? That's when I started. Before I even started getting manufactured CDs, I was just selling actual burnt CDs, burning them, but having. I had my young homies and shit. They in high school, they ain't doing nothing. They playing video games all day. I'm like, nigga, they like big fans of a nigga already because the nigga was already like I was always like a star in the set, so already, you know what I mean? So I could like, nigga, look, nigga, do me a favor, nigga, look, hey, burn me like 200 CDs, nigga, you know what I mean? That type of shit. I had all them young niggas doing. Riding around selling them up. I was selling them motherfuckers and shit, nigga, for $5. Nigga, just the regular burnt CDs, nigga, and had my fucking name and my phone number on that shit. You know what I mean? This in the chirp days, nigga. You remember chirp niggas chirping at the time. Next till chirp. So, and just in case, do we not start doing it? Put my phone number because just in case it landed in somebody important hands. You know what I mean? Because my G homie's like, damn, nigga, he like, I will respect it. You ain't mad at you. You ain't waiting on nothing. You gonna go make it happen. Get your shit out there by any means. I'm like, hell yeah. He was like, but what if that motherfucker? What if Dr. Dre get that motherfucker? How you gonna find you? Like, you ain't got no nothing. So that's what I was like, damn, that's real. I start putting my number on that shit. And then that shit started going way more than I expected, bro. That's what fucked me up. I was like, whoa. You know what I mean? And I met, and then like my homie, one of my homies, he was helping me out. He was like trying to like over the years, I had like a handful of like good homies who was like real supportive. And they was like damn near like a manager to a nigga type shit. You know what I mean? And at that time, he was one like that, my homie TL and shit. And he was like, he had met me, came and introduced me to this OG that he fuck with. He used to work for him. Matter of fact, like his boss type shit. But he was like an OG up out of the tent, you know what I mean, up out of the turf and shit. You know what I mean? And he had been hearing my shit. And he like, man, he hard, man. I want him to like really, I want to like put a little change behind him and fuck with and support him, like match whatever y'all got, whatever. Because, you know, I was always grinding and doing everything myself. So he was like, I respect, ain't nobody behind me. Be like, nah, it's just the homie. He just be out here grinding, you know what I mean? And he ain't got nobody. So he was like, the OG was like, yeah, man, so he you know what I mean, he put some bands on the nigga, and that's what he took me to the spots. He knew because he was a producer too. And he took me to the spots where to get it manufactured, to actually get my inserts. It took me to where to get the inserts for the CDs and where to get the actual manufactured CDs with the picture. I had my CDs with the actual, you know what I mean? I had on the inserts on the CD covers, but also on the CD itself. They got it, you know what I mean? With the Blu Raggg, with the, you know what I mean? Because it was Gangsta Jesus. Because that was going to be my rap name at first. I wasn't pushing, because I was like, I felt like, man, they're going to think I'm just a Crip rapper and nothing named Big Blu Raggg, you know what I mean? Right. So I was like, I came with the alias Gangsta Jesus off all that, you know what I mean, all this story with this police shit and all that. And that came from a bar, because I'm talking about it in the story. I'm telling stories about it in the music. And I'm like a gangster version of Jesus being crucified. That was like a bar. And I kept saying, and I spit it to my celly. I was like, ooh, that's so hard. I woke my celly up, nigga. I'm like, my bad, nigga. I think this hard, though, nigga. You got to hear this. And he like, ooh, that's hard. He's like, yeah, that bar. He's like, what you said? I was like, I just remember that part, like you know what I mean, like a gangster. Gangster version of Jesus being crucified. Something of that shit, right? So, and it just kept he kept saying that was hard, bro. I'm like, you know what I mean? It's like 97. That was like a hard ass bar, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Gangster version of Jesus being crucified, right? So he like, I kept saying that over and over for like 2 days, and then I'm like, that's it, Gangster Jesus. You know what I mean? And so, because I always like, I gotta have a rap name. I'm like, Blu Raggg, way too banged out. You know what I mean? Then plus the nigga from Banging on Wax name was Blu Raggg. You know what I mean? From the Banging on Wax, his name was Big Blu Raggg.
Yep.
From Compton. Southside Compton. Yeah. And I listened to him. And he had a deep voice too. So I was like, man, that's gonna be like, and I didn't want him to think that that's the type of rapper I was, that I was like, you know what I mean? Even though you know what I mean, I'll be giving it up, but you know what I mean, but I don't be like, you know, man, my shit ain't like, I don't be dissing and all that. I don't be doing all that shit. You feel me? I don't be dissing no hoods in my raps and all that. I don't do all that.
Dude, until you just said it.
Yeah, bro. So I was like, damn. So I'm like, so I went, and I always had a bigger picture than that. So I'm like, damn. So I came with Gangsta Jesus. But it didn't really go over well in the sense of like how Trey D, when I met Trey D, like not when I met him, but when I was in the pen with Trey D, because I met Trey D on the streets. But when I like reunited with the nigga in the pen, he was telling me, he used to give me some little game, and he used to tell, and I said, and he had spit this rap to me. You know what I mean? Because his celly was Rufus from he got a little viral video where he talking in the car to nigga homie Rufus from Wizard Ave. We was talking about the ride and Chino and all that, and it wasn't cap. Everything he was saying was real. But he was in the cell with Trey D, and he kept saying, nigga, my celly spit some shit to me that niggas ain't heard, that you won't even think it's Trey D, bro. You would think it's like Rakim or something. And I'm like, man, the fuck, cause that nigga used to be lying. He used to be lying a lot, right? And I'm like, man, nigga, Trey D super banged out, nigga. You know what I mean? 21st Street insane, nigga. East Side, that nigga shit. His shit lyrical, but it's banged out. know what I mean? He another one, you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
so
you know what? Yeah, I take that back. He's another one that
he really, yeah, he the one, he another one, a big inspiration. I told him that I spit one. So look, he tell me
shit. As a matter of fact, while I'm tripping, J.O.
yeah, I was thinking of that earlier too. I thought you was gonna say that earlier when I had said corrupt. But then we got to talking about somebody. You had kind of paused. I said, "Watch, he finna say Jo," and I was going to agree with you too, because Jo
Yeah.
was another
I
one I
mean,
was going to
I'm
say.
quite sure it's a few more we missing,
Yeah, it's a few
but
more, but you
yeah,
see how them is like our standouts to us. The niggas who, you know what I mean, that was banged out but still had bars and was living. So that's
yeah.
like our. That's why I be telling people that became the real, kind of like real West Coast style. Actually, you know what I mean, up until all the way until the Draco the ruler. You know what I mean, all that. But I'm talking about, but up until that and all that, before all them Frosty and all them, up it was like that, bro. That was West Coast. Niggas had to have bars. You can't just, it can't just be that. Even Dub C got bars.
Dub C do
Dub
got
C
bars.
lyrical. That's what I'm saying. You couldn't just be. You could, even though you can
You,
be banged, but you still had to have bar. That's like the real
I
West Coast
think
sound is lyrical. Is bang is gang bang, but it's lyrical gang bang. It's, you
I
know what I mean.
think
Ain't just
Dub C might be slept on lyrically.
for sure. For sure. Super underrated lyrically. Yeah, I've been listening to Dub C since Low Profile. He been lyrical. I was listening to Dub C before he even claimed his hood on wax. He was saying he didn't even bang. You know what I mean? I was listening to that nigga when a smacker like a gangster, but I don't bang a gang suckers like you for thick. I've
Hey,
been listening, nigga.
I think that was the thing back in the days to say you didn't
You
bang
had
when you
to. No,
did.
yeah, MCA and all them already addressed that. You had to sneak it in.
Right.
You didn't have back then. You couldn't just come out high with, you know what I mean? Snoop Dogg changed that. Snoop the first nigga to just come straight out with it. Niggas like Eastside
Yeah, as a
LBC,
matter of fact,
nigga.
you right, because I remember listening to CMW and MCA said on that song one time, Gal for the Month, he was saying how the police was saying he was a banger. He was saying, oh, like he don't bang. You think he bang because he got the t-shirt and the
Cause he
khakis on.
got
So you right
yeah.
about
They
that.
had to say shit like that, and even Snoop when he came out, he didn't just till later. He got later on. He just got all the way. But at first he was like saying Long Beach, East Side. He wasn't saying. Then only one time he said anything. He said on the doggy style, he said where my love's at on the lake where the doves at. That's the only thing time he ever said 20s on the whole doggy
Oh yeah,
style.
you talking about G's up, hoes down. You right.
Yeah,
You
G's
did
up, hold
say
down.
that.
He said on the lake. What? That's the only time he ever said 20s on the whole doggy style. He didn't say nothing about 20s on the Chronic, on none of that on G. It was G. It was Eastside LBC. It was sliding it in.
Right.
But he was already wearing his Steelers and all that. It was like that. But then he just all the way. He the one who really broke it all the way in. Snoop
He
for
didn't.
sure.
He didn't start bang. He didn't bang until the Murder Was a Case soundtrack.
Yeah, that's when he all the way banged. And Suge the one told him to do it. That's the cold thing
21
about it.
Jump Street.
That's
21
when.
Jump Street
Yeah,
and
that's the
Who
one.
Got Some Gangster Shit.
Yeah, 21. That's them one. That's the shit that had me. Some of the songs that had me turned the fuck up, man, as a young
Yeah.
nigga, bro. Had me extra banged out. Them songs. Yeah, that Who Got Some. Yeah, man. Hell yeah. But even all them niggas was spitting. Them niggas had bars though. It wasn't too. Most of them niggas had bars. Them niggas was really rapping. You know what I mean? But for me to be listening to that and listening to the East Coast niggas who really spitting, yeah, I was gonna, you know what I mean? While I'm perfecting my shit, trying to find my own shit. So and then when I'm listening to niggas, I'm already like, I was always listening to niggas to like, I always feel like I want to compete with niggas. That's how I am. I'm a competitive dude, like with shit. That's like that's something in me too. You know what I mean? Like my brother was telling me like a story not too long ago, like how when we first started doing sit-ups when I was little, I was like 7 and shit. Like I said, he 9 years older than me, so he was already a teenager and shit, already on his way to cut. And we started doing sit-ups, and then we started doing like start doing 100 every night. But when he first did 100, the first time he said, "You got to do 100." I was like, "Oh, you did 100? I'm doing 101." You know what I mean? He said he knew right then and there. I was 7 years old. He was like, "Yeah, this nigga gonna be a problem." He's like, "I ain't gonna never have to
Hell
worry
yeah.
about this nigga always be like an overachiever. Like he gonna always go hard in that sense, like to where like, oh yeah, you gonna be. If this nigga did that, oh no, I gotta do. You know what I mean? Like fuck. And this nigga my hero. You know what I mean? This somebody I, you know what I mean, idolize. So I'm like, oh yeah, my idol. You doing 100? I'm doing 101. And so that's how I always look at niggas like rappers and all that. Like okay, that nigga did that. Okay, You know what I mean? Pac did that, Jay
The
did that, Nas did that. You know what I mean?
the
Okay.
homie the homie said, man, I could only listen to some new age music.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, for
it
real.
said MCA, one of my all time favorites. I got a top five list of gangster rappers, and MC8 is in that list.
Yeah,
Top five gangster rappers.
gangster rappers, top
West
five.
Coast,
Yeah.
West Coast though.
Oh, West Coast. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, man, it's a lot, man. I ain't never thought about that. No list like that. Straight gang, West Coast gang. That ain't easy. I don't think that's
Yeah,
easy.
I
For
think I
sure, I'm
had
got Dub in there for sure. Trade E for sure.
I can't even remember what I said, but I
I'm
know
a,
I know Mozzie was like an honorable mention,
oh
and
yeah, yeah, nah, well,
he,
yeah, yeah,
he
nah.
was he was like honorable mention, but I had like I had MCA, Brother Lynch,
I wasn't even
Sibo.
thinking that new word. That's why he honorable because he knew school. That's why you
Yeah,
saying because
yeah,
of
yeah.
that
He was
saying. Yeah,
honorable.
yeah.
Um, damn, who was it? I know Sibo was number one to me.
Yeah, man, that nigga, yeah, yeah, that nigga Mozzie, boy, that nigga a problem though. Yeah, nah, that nigga, yeah, I think he a little step up over them to me, bro.
Who Mozzie?
Yeah, I put him a little bit. That's a different, yeah, he a different little bit, yeah.
I can't do it. I can't.
I, you see what he did to Bo. Speaking of Bo, you put Bo as one. Look what Mozzie did to Bo.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Me and a lot of homies, I think Bo put up a good fight. I give it to Mozzie,
Yeah,
but I think Bo put up a good fight. You know, he older. It's not his time, but you know,
yeah.
I think if Bo was in his prime, I think Bo would have got on him.
Of course, but I mean,
And the
yeah.
only reason why I think that he would have got on him, and this is just outside
No,
looking
oh, you
in. I
said
don't.
Bo in his prime, man. Nah, yeah, man, yeah. Bo wasn't saying that type of shit though. That Mozzie be saying, he wasn't saying no shit like that. In his prime, he wasn't. He wasn't saying that type. Mozzie too colorful with them words, bro. This wordplay too. Mozzie got his own lingo, like 40. Like how I got my own lingo. Like some niggas stand out. They got Prodigy got his own lingo. See, that's what I like. He too original, man. Bo gonna
Hey
say
man,
something that's expected. I ain't
I
never
just
heard
feel,
Bo. Bo ain't never said nothing that surprised me.
I just feel like I feel like Bo got the resume for the way he was talking. I don't really know about Mozzie like that, man. I be hearing some things, man. I'm not
Oh
saying
yeah,
he.
nah,
I don't know if he
but I
got the
see.
resume like that. So it don't. It's cool. It's like
Nah, yeah, but
it
yeah,
don't really
but we
resonate
just
as
yeah,
much because
yeah,
it's
but
like
see that's
I
where
be
it be
hearing
like, nah, niggas just talking about lyrically though. We just talking about
I be
straight
hearing
lyrics.
too much. I be hearing too much like mm,
Only lyrics though, only lyrics, not no real life. We just talking about only lyrics. I don't know, yeah, what they got going on up there in Sac. That ain't that ain't a nigga politics. Nigga don't know what's going on. What's
that's what
who,
I'm
but
saying. I don't know neither one of them, but
yeah,
I know what I hear about Bo and I know what I hear about Mozzie, and it
yeah.
don't compare in that level.
Yeah, I done heard shit about both of them, but I don't be getting into, you know what I mean? I don't be getting into that shit. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah,
like
see,
we
don't
with the
nobody
shit about
spit that.
Mozzie is just the Mozzie just more and it's like more of a rapper in a lot of ways, I guess. Like that type
Hey,
shit.
hey, see, look, I just did a video like 4 or 5 days ago, and it caused the uproar because I'm like, bro, I mean, I feel like the EBK Stockton movement is bigger than the Mozzie Sacramento movement, and if it ain't, it's finna get there, and that caused the uproar
I super agree with you though. I don't see how. That right now as we speak, right now today.
right now,
By far.
right
That's
now.
the yeah,
But
hell
no,
yeah. Hell yeah.
Mozzie is a better lyrical rapper. But if we just talking about that demonic gangster shit, that nigga J-Bo, that whole little tribe, they got
Nah,
it
they got it, man. Them young niggas ain't all these young niggas ain't listen to no Mozzie. These young niggas is EBK'd out, bro. That's they zombies over that shit. Nigga, them niggas
man.
is not. Yeah, that shit is yeah. All of them sound like that. Like all the young niggas used to sound like Mozzie. Now it's that
If he
nigga.
if
Now
he
they all sound like J-Bo.
if he keep this run up, he gonna crack that my top 5 on some gangster shit.
Yeah, he got all all the producers doing his type beats. All the
That's the new California sound.
That's the sound though. It really
Everybody,
ain't new
even
though. You really think about it, it really ain't
all the
new.
way
It's really
down to
been our
Dago,
sound.
everybody is rapping over that type of.
Yeah, but you really that's the original. That's really our sound. It just brought it back. They just went back to the '90s and dug in the crates. That's all, as they should. They just brought it back. That's all.
It sound upgraded.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it should, because niggas 2025 it's supposed to. It ain't supposed to sound like G Funk, like Nate Dogg
He
and
said,
them.
he said, he said that gas chamber got me a couple felony charges. Yeah, the gas chamber, a
Yeah, that
classic.
gas changer was different, man. It was.
See,
I
that's
ain't
the
gonna lie.
thing. He
But I'm
came out the
saying,
gate.
bro.
He came out the gate. Look, you had gas chamber. You had autopsy. You had tales from the crypt. You had uh one life to live. You had till my casket drop. He came out the gate with like
Oh, now you
5.
want to say as far as like that? Like that's why I said. Now I was just talking about lyrics. You see me?
Oh
I
no,
said
no,
you want to talk
lyrics,
about as far as
my
album wise, like Bo
yeah,
making better albums. I agree for
yeah.
sure. Cause I don't really like Mozzie albums like that.
That's what
You
I'm
know
saying.
why?
He got a few
They
songs
all
here and
sound the
there.
same. Every song, them it sounds too much alike. I don't like
Yeah,
his albums. Like I can't play not one Mozzie album all the way through. Never.
yeah, Mozzie, man, Sibo came out the gate with them classics
Yeah, but I
all the
wasn't
way up
even
to
looking at it from
Enemy of the
that.
State.
When we talk, I wasn't even looking at it. I was just looking. I was just thinking bars, nigga. I was like,
Yeah,
nigga,
no, no,
bars,
no, no.
no.
I'm talking about projects too.
Oh
Like,
yeah, the whole resume. You did say resume, but you start going on the street shit. That's all. Oh yeah,
yeah,
you
nah,
really.
that's
Because I
why
don't never
that's
get off into that. When I be debating, I be talking about only music. They personal life. I don't even be.
right,
You know what I mean? Because I be hearing all type of shit. I don't even be getting into that. I'll be just talking about the music.
right.
But yeah, nah, that yeah, nah. I agree with you. As far as resume, like yeah, album. Because when Bo was dropping something, I was even when I was in the pen. I mean, nigga, that Tales from the Crypt. Nigga, I gave a nigga 4 sticks. Nigga, that was $40. Nigga in the pen, fat sticks. I gave a nigga 4 sticks for a cassette tape. Nigga, Tales from the Crypt. Bo, I wanted it so bad. Niggas from Deep Valley. Nigga, Oceanside.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it was my boy. What that nigga? What they called him? I forgot. He like, I ain't giving up, Bo. He loved that tree. I was hitting. I was the weed man. I'm like, nigga, here. He like, you been not mighty generous lately, sliding me all these sticks, nigga. I need that Bo, nigga.
hey, that
I got
motherfucker
that
hard.
motherfucker. I'm
Yeah,
Bo.
Tales
Yeah,
from the
nah,
Crypt,
hell
man. That
nah. Cause Bo, like, yeah, Bo is like we grew up like in my hood, like yeah, niggas grew up on that, like niggas like was on Bo, like type shit. Not grew up, but like niggas, you feel me? Some of my young homies grew up, but yeah, nigga, that's nah.
nigga, nigga, Bo said Tupac told him that he was his favorite rapper.
But watch this. Since okay, Bo, I can do some bragging now. Yeah, and nigga, I can think I'm bragging about a living, nigga. And go ask him. Yeah. Trade E told me, nigga, nigga, that the feeling he got when he met me is the same feeling he got when he met Tupac, nigga. And Trade E alive, nigga, yeah. And stamp that, nigga. Yeah. Trade E told Big Blu Raggg that while we walking the track in Chino, nigga. Yeah. The same feeling cuz I got when I met Pac, nigga. That's the feeling I get with you right now. And I just kept pushing. He like, cuz, you hear what I said, homie? Cause I was just
Right,
regular, like about nonchalant. He was like, I'm like, yeah, bro, like I hear you. That's what's up. Like, yeah, we just kept pushing. But I'm like, damn, nigga, this is like one of my favorite rappers. That nigga just told me, nigga, that like nigga that I remind him of my all-time favorite. Like in the sense that like I was like, damn, that's some shit right there. And I ain't got one album out. Nigga, I'm in prison. Like, nigga, this nigga believe in a nigga like that. Feel me? Like, but so that was one of the moments, like, yeah, okay.
see,
That was
if you would have been dropping more projects,
I'm in
maybe,
prison when this happened. We in prison when you
yeah,
telling me, yeah, I'm talking about, I wasn't dropping shit. Nigga, it was on the
yeah.
yard.
No, no, no. I'm just talking about.
Oh, back then, like I'm coming
Yeah,
now. Oh yeah,
yeah.
for
It
sure.
like
But you know what I mean? That's what I'm
if
saying. The
you
nigga
wasn't
was,
in
yeah.
prison at that time and
Oh yeah,
you
bro. I
was
was but that nigga tradie, cause I said, bro, no, don't get it fucked up, bro. I'm a big and I spit reality to him, his verse from reality. Because tradie was telling me he put corrupt over him. I put him over corrupt though. And I told him why, and we debated back and forth. And he told me, no, I put corrupt over me because he seen corrupt. They going all around the world traveling. He seen corrupt battling niggas.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. Corrupt
When
was a
he's,
beast, but
I know, but
on
look,
reality, Trey D had the better
but
verse.
watch this. Yeah, but look, every song, that's what I brought up to Trady. Every song that he got with he bodied Corrupt. He didn't realize that. I like every song y'all got, you outshine him on everything. Because you know why? Corrupt is a battle rapper. He don't be talking about nothing. He just be saying a gang of big words, a gang of shit. You know what I mean? He a battle rapper. He ain't sticking to the concept, and he just coming off the hit. Trey D actually sitting down right. Trey D reads look. I'm gonna tell you one thing about Trey D. Trey D reads the dictionary, the Quran, and the Bible every day, bro. Trey D got the most impeccable vocabulary I've ever seen in my life, or any street nigga ever in life, bro. You know what I mean? I'm very articulate. I'm nowhere near, bro. I'm like, Trey D is who made me like that nigga on that east side. Is that nigga said you had the proclivity to think you as real as me? I ran straight to the dictionary, like
Yeah,
what? And I like,
proclivity. That was the first
nigga,
time
I
I
had to
heard that.
literally go to the dictionary and let me see, what the fuck? I said this nigga is ill. What the fuck? And I was telling him that, you know what I mean? When he was like, damn, cause he was sleeping on himself, bro. I'm like, nah, bro, like, nah, fool, like. And I was like, nigga, the ways is the phase. All them niggas that try me, leave them laying stiff if they ain't on IVs. IVs the hardest, regardless, fool. Living life day and night, staying hard and cool. Keep my cool until I'm on a rough and swift. Then I'm on a nigga's ass like bumpy zits. That's right. It's no remorse when you cross my course. I'm not a hunter, but taking niggas
Take a
out for
nigga out for
sport. Hey, I
sports.
spit his whole verse to him. He didn't even know that verse. He's like, Blu Raggg, how that shit go? I'm like, nigga, yeah, that's reality. You fuck Corrupt over on that classic song on his
He
album.
did.
Just like
He
you fuck
did.
him over on Crip Walk. You fuck
He
him over
did.
every time. You fuck him over represent. That's every shit. You fuck him over. J.O. fucked all them niggas over though. On that. Represent that J.O. was killing all them niggas. And we talked about that. He didn't even agree. He was like, yeah, J.O., that motherfucker, he used to have me mad. That little motherfucker was a monster. I was like, that nigga would come through, man. That nigga, I said, nigga, that nigga so cold. Why that nigga talking about Paso like the world know what he talking about? That nigga
Right.
said, I come from Moral, the worst cottage in Paso. I said, how he gonna say that on a hit song? They was playing that on the radio. Don't nobody know what he talking about. That's hard
Right.
though.
They like, what?
And you know why he said that? Because that's where all the neighborhoods was at. That was the neighborhood
Oh,
doing. That's why he
oh
said so. He
yeah.
was banging, nigga. He was banging on them niggas. Like, nigga, this hood. That's what he was doing.
Hey, I wish you would have saw all these comments, man. How many people was like, nah, Sibo over Mozzie.
Oh, right now? Oh, of course. I know they're gonna say that. But I'm saying, look what but did they hear what we just totally said? Like, we just supposed to agree. I agree with you
Yeah,
on
yeah,
catalog
yeah,
wise.
yeah,
But
yeah.
lyrically, no, I know they not saying lyrically, bar for bar, never. I know they can't
Nah,
be.
nah, 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 nah. See, I be talking about cataloging
No, but I'm
overall.
talking
Like,
about people in the comments that saying Bo, but I know they ain't talking about like lyrics wise, bar for bar. They can't be talking about that way. They gotta be talking like you saying catalog wise,
only
Bo.
only one person said that Sibo um body for body killed Mozzie.
Oh no. Yeah. I only seen about 3 people in my whole life say that. That body for body didn't do it for me. I ain't gonna lie, nigga. And I was a Bo fanatic, nigga, like the rest
I,
of us, nigga. That
like
body
I
for body,
said,
it
when
was
it
like,
when it when it
nah,
came
bro.
out, I felt like he put up a good fight, but I gave it to Mozzie.
I actually told Cuz personally, you know what I mean, on the phone, like niggas chop, because you know what I mean, like bro, I wish I could have wrote your verse, nigga. I wish I could not even not. I wish I could have got the nigga for you, type shit. I told Cuz that, bro, nigga, because it's like, bro, I was like disappointed. I was mad. I was like, damn, that nigga Mozzie, man, fuck, man, I want that nigga did that nigga, man, hell no, that nigga did that, like that nigga did too much. So I felt
Yeah,
like, damn,
you know what it
I
was.
felt like I wanted to redeem Bo. So that's how I know I felt he didn't have no type of, because I felt like I wanted to redeem. Like I felt bad, like damn, that's Bo, nigga. Like hell no, how nigga do Bo
You know
like
what it
that?
was. He was more disrespectful. He was talking about his dead homies and
Way
shit.
more, yeah.
Mozzie didn't do all that. I mean, Sibo didn't do all that. Mozzie went.
Yeah, he didn't do all that. He just was like, that's what it was. You gotta get real disrespect, nigga. This is a battle, nigga. You gotta go in. You gotta ruffle some feathers. That nigga
And
went
that
in. That
that
nigga was
was
hella
that
disrespectful.
that was Mozzie's prime right there. Like Mozzie was on that type of time because he was dissing C and Mill and they dead homies and they was going back and forth. Like Sibo didn't understand that
Now he
side.
won't even answer CML.
Yeah, he won't even
Now
answer
that
because.
Now that
But I
nigga.
fuck with CML. And look, see,
Me too.
CML to me, CML make better overall songs.
Me
Mozzie's a
too.
better lyrical
I
rapper.
agree with you on that too.
CML,
Cause
he
you
got
know
like
music, so I
he
agree. I
got
totally agree. I was telling my young homie that I put up on, cause I don't
yeah,
want to put the young homies up
CML
on
got like
CML,
hit
and I
making
told them that, and they agree.
abilities.
Yeah, he make better songs. He know how to make songs. He
Yeah,
know how to make them real songs that like they play in the club and all type of shit. All
yeah,
that like the bitches be on, everybody be on. He don't like Mozzie songs. Don't really be Mozzie songs. Be more mainly like he be trying when he do songs with other people, like when he do like the Kaylin for real song, then it'll be like a fly song, but that's like
right,
a feature. But
right.
Lav will do that by itself without no
Yeah,
feature, just him.
I feel like Laugh. He know how to do the hooks and
That's what I'm
all
saying.
that.
He way better than all that. But he know that though. He know that he got him in that sense, but he also know he can't fuck with him lyrically either. He know that.
Right.
That's why he be like trying to out gangster him all the time. But Mozzie like ain't even biting. He like, nah, nigga, I already did what I'm. Mozzie ain't even. That's crazy. Mozzie ain't saying that nigga name for shit.
Hey, Mozzie didn't have to respond. His homies when they came out with that Dead Op song.
Oh yeah. That nigga snubbed. Yeah, that was
Yeah, I
snub.
was like, ooh,
That nigga was my celly before in Delano. That
who
nigga snub.
snubs?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, man.
I think that's what I ain't gonna lie. I think that's what Mozzie got that idea for him and Sue Surf to do that Blood Cousins because me and Snubs was supposed to do it, man. And then I'm like, I don't know. I guess me and Snubs, I mean, I don't know. I had a little situation. I guess something he wasn't feeling. I mean, that I approached him about. And I think in my heart that he gave it to Mozzie, bro, because that was my shit. I came up with that for me and him. Blood Cousins. We wrote the whole album. It's completed and all that. We never recorded. We just completely wrote it. But we was sellies for like 3 weeks in Delano. You know what I mean? They brought him to the set. They like, he a blood man, but y'all the only black cells. I'm like, ain't no hesitation. Come up in here. Like, he look like he with the shits. It's big tension. We short up in here. Yeah. It was on some shit like that. We was thugging it like that. You know what I mean? I had the homies bring us blowers and all type of shit. And that nigga he wasn't scared. He was ready. That's how me and him had locked in. And then I had seen him in a couple of other spots later, and that's when he was telling me, like, yeah, my little bro, like, he finna blow. He just wiggled through the back door. He just cracked the key. He in the game. He finna go. You know what I mean? Like, remember I used to tell you about little Tim and little Nick, the little bros and shit. I'm like, yeah. And he like, that's Mozzie. And he told me the whole shit. That's when he right when he was just like, you know what I mean, finna start taking off. That's when we was in Delano. He was and then that nigga just that nigga just started going crazy. That was like 14, 15.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's exactly when he popped
Yeah,
off.
that was his run. Yeah. We was right there, and he was telling me that. He was like, yeah, he used to be playing it on the phone. Like, I was like, yeah, little bro going crazy. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, and you know what? I was like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. And what I told him, and that's what happened. That's everything Mozzie doing. See, this is what it is with Mozzie. It's all snubs. I'm talking about everything. The life story, the swag, the word, the lingo, that's all snubs. He made all that up. But Snubs didn't get to emulate it, and Mozzie perfected it and made and doing it better than him now. That's what happened, bro.
Mm.
That's all Snubby. All that shit, all that little Nick, all that way they be doing all that shit. That's all here. That's Snubs and Stacks. They come with all that way they, all that. They move the same when they rap and they hit their beats. The way they do, they think they hold. It's all them. That's awesome, like Zilla shit. You know what I mean? I know that
Yeah,
because, like I
yeah,
said, nigga was my celly. I was like, really,
yeah. I
you know
believe
what
it. I know for a fact that
I mean?
Snubs is really like that.
Oh no, yeah, that nigga, yeah, he really that's what I'm saying. So like, that's what it be like all that shit them niggas be rapping. That Snubs is really that. You know what I mean? Like type shit. You feel me? But that nigga can't stay out of jail. Can't stay out of prison. Cause they ran up that dead op. They hit 1 million. You know what I mean? They ran it up, and then and he gave him. You know what I mean? Had him eating. You know what I mean? Put him. You know what I mean? Because that's his big homie. That's who gave him the whole. It wouldn't even be no Mozzie without. You know what I mean? All that's the remix from the Eyes shit that came from Snubs. When remember he said I'm calling Mozzie. They used to call me Eyes. You heard him say that? That's Snub. That's me. All them names, all that. And that nigga, I know the whole get down. I know the whole story. Like he know like a lot about my shit. I know the whole get down about that whole all that red mob. I know all that shit. I know a lot. I know all that shit. I know it, man. I know all that shit. But yeah, but so when I hear Mozzie and I hear Snubs on steroids though. You know what I mean? Snubs times 10. I'll be like, damn, that's crazy. That's Snub. Oh yeah, and then he even be like flipping some of Snub's shit. Some of the shit Mozzie be saying. Snubs already said it on some of them old Oak Park joints. Them old, you can go on YouTube, the old fucked up videos and see them and all that. But he is saying it in like a kind of like a different way. It's like a nod, like a salute to his big homie. You know what I mean? Like type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? But nah, he got it.
Hey,
like,
hey, Milk, we ain't doing that, homie.
what are you on?
That
Trolling
what you was
shit, want to
talking.
get on some internet trolling shit. He was just in the
We
nigga
ain't, we
DMs
ain't,
about it
we
like a
ain't
week
doing none
ago,
of that.
talking about some promo shit. About like a week ago, that nigga was in my DM talking about
Yeah,
trying to
hey,
sell me
Milk,
some promos. Trying to
you
talk
could
about
hit him. You could hit him in his DM.
man.
Yeah, man. See, yeah, we didn't got carried away on the hip hop.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, nigga hip hop junkie. Yeah, nigga went for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely. But I see you know what you talking
Oh
about though,
yeah, I
for
know my
sure.
shit. I'm a hip hop connoisseur. I know. I used to be like when I was on the yard, bro. I'm the nigga that everybody used to come to when they used to be debating. Like nigga, go ask Blu Raggg. Let's go ask Blu Raggg. I was that nigga. Like nigga be like nigga, like what you like when he was just hip hop shit. Everybody would come to me. You know, it's always the nigga to go to for the sports, nigga to go to for law. It's a nigga to go to for everything. I was the nigga to come to for the hip hop shit. They know, right? Blu Raggg gonna know, nigga. I promise you, hip hop connoisseur, nigga. Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, bro. Nigga got about putting here. Nigga got to talk about that shit about 2 hours, huh?
Hey man, hey nigga could go another 2 hours talking about that, man. I
Yeah,
ain't gonna
nah, for
lie.
real. That's one thing. That's how I used to say. Cause like, in a lot of times, like you want to get a whole lot of conversation out of me. That's the subject. That's how to do it. Want to get me to run in my mouth nonstop? That's for sure how to do it. Some hip hop shit. Ain't a lot of shit. I'm gonna get all passionate and be, you know what I mean, getting all a lot of shit. I'll just be like, yeah, I don't be, you know what I mean. And cause like doing all that time, going back to like talking like doing all that time being on the yard, I wasn't real that always super social. You know what I mean? Like and but something like that, that's how motherfuckers used to get a nigga like out of character for us on the yard. You know, niggas are way more militant minded, you know what I mean? So a motherfucker was way more like, you know what I mean, posed, you know what I'm saying? You know how it is, nigga up in but nigga get to talk about that rap shit. That's when nigga get me, nigga get me like a little turn, little, you feel me? Like and niggas just be laughing like, yeah, that's how to get that nigga out of. Because other than that, I'd be like always nonchalant, kind of quiet, kick back, like you know what I mean, until something cracking. You know what I mean?
Right.
And even when it's an issue to address, like to be diplomatic for it, when it's something political to address, and I'm gonna be, you know what I mean, speaking in a, you know what I mean, real respectful tone and all that shit. I'm never gonna be getting all loud about it. I know how to conduct. But motherfucker come out that rap shit, boy, oh yeah, nigga finna be getting loud and obnoxious. Nigga love that shit, bro.
Hey Milk, come on, homie. You stirring up stuff in the comments, homie. You taking away from my interview by doing that right now.
Oh man, you know motherfucker gonna be trying all the time. You already know how that go. You know motherfucker trying to, yeah, man, motherfucker be needing attention. Motherfucker be trying to get, you know that what that is. Motherfucker want to gain some traction. Motherfucker want motherfucker to go to their channel, their pages and shit. You know what that shit be. I see way past all that shit. I see what it is. I don't even. That shit though just be meaningless. All that trolling shit, all that bunk shit, that shit be meaningless.
Yeah, so what made you get into YouTube? Like what made you
That was just like a fluke. It wasn't nothing. It was just like I was saying, and it was like I had just got through busting down and shit. I be working out still today. I work out regularly. I was working out. You know what I mean? I get my little walk on, my little jog on. Sometimes after I work out, sometimes I do it during my workout. I walk, do my push ups and shit. Sometimes I bust my burpees down, then walk. Sometimes I hit a little jog, little lap or something, whatever. So I was just getting doing like sweating, you know what I mean? And on that one of them, I was just feeling good, got a good workout, sweating. That's why I was sweating on the video. I heard motherfuckers was in the comments like, damn, he's so into the story, he's sweating. But no, I had just did a massive workout, nigga, right before that. And I start thinking about that. I was like, damn, nigga just worked out like I was in the pen, nigga, like on the yard, like. And then it just came to me, and I just started telling about the little Criminal Blood ride. And I don't know, it just something told me like, hey, well, I'm gonna just tell this little story and shit. You know what I mean? And that shit, I nigga woke up in the morning, that motherfucker was at 11,000. I'm like, damn, they fucking with the stories. And I told another one that was, I think it was the next one I told was the shit with the us and the Hoovers in the county. Then that shit went all the way up. And I was like, damn, that's how that was. It wasn't no, I ain't know, I wasn't even on nothing. It wasn't anticipated. I wasn't like, I'm finna be a youth. Hell no, I wasn't on none of that. I was just always on my music. I'll say something, little something every now and then, maybe a little, but I wasn't never even thinking about that shit like that. That shit just was like that. Just happened like that. So I still really, I don't even be, you know what I mean? I'm still really, I'm not no youth. I don't know how I'll be really. I'm still don't be on it like that. Cause like I said, look, I'm only at 6,000. I could have been, my shit could have been ran up. I supposed to been right behind Young Ant. Like how I don't be on my shit. I don't be reporting that. You know what I mean? I ain't reporting none shit that be happening. I don't do none of that. I don't do no like results, like no fucking what's the name, no reaction video. I don't do none of that. So I don't go live. I don't even be on it. I ain't even been doing the stories and shit. My shit been dropped. My shit ain't even been. But that's why I say I like when shit like this come up and then motherfuckers be in my comments like on IG. You see, that's where I've been. I've been on the gram like running my IG page up. That's what my shit be. I be, you know what I mean, running little numbers up off there. You know what I mean? But I've been but motherfuckers be always on there, like, man, even on TikTok, everybody be coming on in my DMs and my comments, everybody be like, man, we need the stories, man. We need the stories, we need them stories back on YouTube, you know what I mean? I'm like, damn, they'd be like demanded, but I never thought like I'm just gonna be it wasn't nothing. It was just like a fluke, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. You definitely, man. You got the storytelling down pat.
Yeah.
I went every time and sometimes your videos be long, and I still watch them all. It be like
Yeah, that's what's up. That's
25,
what
30
everybody be
minutes.
saying though, and a lot of to keep you for a long one and make you if you able to stay and watch the whole that's a good thing for sure. That's a good. But I used to bro. I was in the county one time, bro. That's when I knew I had a knack for it because, of course, like all my cellies used to more like, nigga, tell some stories. Nigga, your shit be hard. I'll be like, yeah, that's normal. You gonna chop it up with homies telling stories, but I used to notice like a lot of homies used to want to hear mine more than I'd be like, nigga, tell me some stuff. Like, nah, nigga, your stories be like, nigga, but what I really said, I agree on that and knew I had a knack for it was like, I was in Wayside and I'm telling the story like just to the homies. I'm just telling some stories like how I was growing up from a kid and with the woman, then how I just started, how I got exposed to violence and how I became like all that type shit, right? And it was this white dude in the dorm. He was like some like Hollywood producer type dude, and he was like he was just listening, and he went and told his other partner that was like a bigger producer. You know what I mean? That was, you know what I mean? And you know how they be passing through that motherfucker with them little drug cases and shit, little bullshit possession case. You know the motherfuckers be on that coke and shit, all that shit. So look, he like you gotta tell this dude the story, and he started telling this dude, and then and I started meeting all these type of important people, and they was like, man, they just wanted to hear me start talking about my life, and I was like, damn, they was like, yeah, we can make I see movies, and I see this and this and that. I'm like, damn, I'm like, really, like, and so that fucked me up just to be in jail and having these dudes doing all that and mapping out, but I had a stretch to go do though. I had another set. That was the last time I've been in the pen. The last 7 I did. You know what I mean? I had to go do that when I was in Wayside. That was in Wayside. This like 2012. I didn't get out to 2019, 20. You know what I mean? So I had. You know what I mean? I could. That's the only reason. I don't even remember what the hell I even did to them dudes, hookups and none of that. But it was just like tripping me that them dudes was like, man, we want to do a movie, we want to do a reality, we want you to your stories is like, damn, it's like it's that great. It's like I'm like, yeah, like damn. So I that, but still, I wasn't never thinking like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna go on YouTube and chill. I didn't even think of it like that. It just happened that day. Like I said, I just got through busting down and just like, and the story came to my head. And I'm like, damn, I'm gonna record this shit, and just put that shit on YouTube. on the foot, because that's why the fucking music, motherfuckers was in the comments like, turn the music down, because I had my speaker, I had my phone leaning up against my speaker, and I had the music real low, but it came out on the video, and I was like, that's why until the song went off, and then, but some people were saying, damn, that was kind of hard. It kind of sounded like your intro. I was like, damn. Yeah, so, but it was just like
weird,
that,
man.
bro. It wasn't nothing anticipated.
Nah, this dude weird in the comments, homie.
Oh, Milk?
Nah, it's this
Oh, it's
dude.
somebody else? I about to say, nigga, he
Yeah,
still at it?
the milk's still in here too, but it's somebody else.
Yeah, some other motherfuckers. Yeah. But yeah, bro. Yeah, so it wasn't there. It wasn't never, I wasn't even never even thinking about no YouTube shit. So like I said, it was just, that's all. And so I seen the little numbers, I'm already knowing, you know what I mean? Like shit, nigga, you know what I mean? Nigga do music. You know what I mean? My shit, I'm already on all platforms. I'll be running, I'm dropping shit daily. So I'm like, yeah, this ain't gonna do nothing but run my numbers up on my music anyway. That's all I looked at.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, fuck it. I was like, they fucking with the stories. All right, fuck it. That's why I started, like, you know what I mean, sprinkling my songs in, sprinkling my at the end and shit like that. And I had the little intro. That's why I was doing a little intro for a minute, but I stopped doing the little intro on my shit because I had some little some little broads, thick broads and shit in the little like bikinis and shit. And then you know how they be on that first 10 minutes type shit, whatever, you know what I mean?
Right.
So they was kind of like restrict my shit. I got like age restricted one of them because of that, because of my intro. So I like stopped doing the little intro and shit that I had. But yeah, that's all. It was just like that. You know what I mean? I know it's another. I know it pushed the music. It put a little bit more. It put a little bit of fire behind the music, made it move a lot faster. Yeah, a lot of motherfuckers woke up that been sleeping. A whole lot of motherfuckers like, damn, OG, you hard in the motherfucker. That's crazy. Like, you know what I mean? That's every day now, nigga, hearing that, nigga, getting that.
Yeah, I think I had heard it on your channel. I had heard some of your music.
Yeah, you know, I
Then
stay
then I started seeing more on Instagram. I'm like, all right, yeah, he gassing.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. So I know I'm like, damn, because that's how a lot of motherfuckers like, damn, I didn't even know you be right. But then even still, they like, then I fuck with your stories. I fuck with your stories. Then they always don't really expect. They like the music. They probably like, oh yeah, it probably be cool. But I notice I always exceed everybody's expectations. I noticed
Hey,
that.
hold on real quick. Hey, tripping for life. You's a bitch. I'm gonna tell you something, homie. You in the comments telling other people that cuz told, and just before that, you just said who he tell on. You just asked who he told on, but you telling other people that he told. Nigga, you was in the comments earlier asking multiple times, can he tell you, has he ever seen any blacks run in a riot? Bro, you asked that question like 4 times, nigga. Why you ain't asked, have we ever seen another race run in a riot? You's a weirdo, bro. That's why I ignored you earlier. Now you want some attention. You's a buster, nigga. 40
Mm-hmm.
Crip, nigga. Don't let milk hype you up, nigga. Niggas is weird, cuz on 40 Crip.
Yeah. 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 That a motherfucker, boy. Yeah. I don't even entertain it though. I'll be like tunnel vision to that shit. That shit be corny. I don't even entertain. I just keep grinding, man, doing me.
Man, I don't give a fuck where you from. You's a bitch from Oakland. Niggas just be talking.
Motherfucker come on there and say where they from, like that. Well, that's gonna change something. What they got to do
Man,
with
hey, listen. Hey, I was talking to somebody in my comments the other day. I called him a weirdo. He said, I'm far from a weirdo. I'm from Bompton
it?
Treetop.
Yeah,
Nigga,
like
so
what they
are
got
you
to do with where you
so you
from?
can't be a weirdo because you from Compton?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like you niggas, man.
Be having it fucked up. I'm from whoop de whoop. I didn't. Yeah. I've been on that shit for years since the halls. Them niggas that be on there. Nigga, I'm from whoop. I can fight. I'm from whoop de whoop. What the huh? I seen some niggas from there get beat up. So what does that mean? Yeah. Knocked out, all type of shit. That don't mean everybody got niggas who can fight. Everybody got tough guys. What are you talking about?
Right.
That's where a
Active
lot of
Chuck's in here,
motherfuckers
man.
going.
Do Sims.
It was in active shit nuts. Yeah, it was my partner,
And these
man.
niggas be weird, bro.
Hell yeah, but it don't be no, yeah, you know what I mean? Ain't no, not no real ones. Ain't no real
Right.
niggas on that
Look,
shit.
hey,
That be these
Milk,
internet niggas, man.
Milk,
These
Milk. You
YouTubers.
say you saw him call the police. Who he called the police on? You talking about a video he put out himself? Man, hey, like I said, you could get in his DM and holler at him, man. We not doing that in my comments, man. We ain't doing that, bro. You came in here and made this whole video about something else.
Attention, bro. That's what I'm saying. You already know. Just so you can be, yeah, just what right now. So what can happen? What's happening right now? That's why he did. Just so a motherfucker say his name like a female. That's it. You know, just stay in the car, stay ducked off, and nobody gonna never see him. None of that. Stay turning face down, all that. Every time somebody call him out for a fade, fall back 2, 3 months, then come back trolling. That's what he do. Troll, then somebody call him out for a fade, fall back, then come back. Come back to this. What he doing right now? Like what happened to the
You
page
can't
stuff?
question my status. Tripping for life. You's a nobody, bro. You can't question my status. What are you talking about? We don't even know who you are, and then you probably not even from Oakland, and you just talking. It's characters,
Yeah,
man.
man, but
But
shit, hell yeah.
appreciate it, Osiris. Yeah,
I
man.
hear you.
We've been on here for three
Yeah, I was
hours,
about to
man.
say shit. We can wrap this up. I'm pretty sure that's I know that's pretty much all the questions.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
You know,
nigga.
it's a lot more that you talked about in other interviews, but they can go tap in with Dusty Vision, run them
Yeah,
views
and we
up
can
over
get
there.
yeah. And this ain't gonna be our only one. We gonna get back to it. She already know how
Most
that go.
definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah,
we
this
gonna
is a
run it
good
back.
one though. This is a good one though. We motherfucker, yeah, this was a real good one. For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Fuck all that comment. That shit in the comment, that shit, whatever they talk, I ain't even fuck about none of that. But this was smooth, bro. Hell yeah, motherfucker. Appreciate it. Appreciate the hostility. You know what I mean? Motherfucker, everything smooth. You know what I mean? Everything, respectful, nigga, presentable on some grown man shit. You feel me? Hell yeah. This was a good one.
Yeah, for sure. You already know, man. Tap in.
Bet. Gone.
All right.